What's up, Gauliers? Welcome to Barça Live. Matchday 11 today. We're back at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic for Barça Elche. Yes, we lost El Clasico last week, but there are many games to go. A lot of months, a lot of weeks to go in the league. We need to turn the page quickly and pick ourselves up and keep going and get back into competitive mode, back in LaLiga mode, Pablo. There's still a long way to go. We need to win this one against Elche tonight.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit like that quite early onto the season, doesn't it? I don't like to call a game must-win, not in Matchday 11 anyway, but I hear what you're saying, and I'm probably feeling the same way, and I'd say a lot of Barça fans are feeling a similar way. Madrid are now 8 points above us in La Liga before a ball's been kicked today, it must be said. You know, we can go back to 5 and keep ticking away. It's very early days, but the pressure is certainly on. We're back at home. To me, it almost feels like an age since the Clasico. I don't know why. I know a week's passed only, but with no midweek game, it feels strange almost. So, looking forward to hopefully getting back to winning ways here. We need a big performance, I think, as well as a good result. So I'm hopeful for both of those two things this evening.
Yeah, I have a question which we'll talk about later. Was it the best week possible or the worst week possible for no midweek game? But I'm sure the Gauliers want to talk about something else first, and that is Barca's lineup, because the players are on the pitch, they are warming up, and well, you've heard the news this week, you know the absences. Here is Barca's lineup for you, with Tech Szczęsny starting again in goal. 2 changes compared to the lineup of El Clasico. Koundé starts again at right back. Araujo is introduced into the back line. He will play alongside Eric Garcia and Balde. Casado in the midfield. In the absence of Pedri, of course, we learned that he will be out for a few games with a hamstring injury. Frenkie de Jong in midfield as well. Ahead of them, Fermin, Lamine Yamal, Rashford and Ferran repeat in the front line. Pablo, I think the headline today, of course, is first game without Pedri. What do Barca do without the magician, without the creator, without the motor of that midfield?
Yeah, I mean, first game without Pedri this season. Only the second game in the Hansi Flick era without him. I think it was Atalanta at home last season. The only other time we didn't have Pedri available to us. So it is a big loss for Hansi Flick. There's no doubt about that. We'll wait and see how long Pedri is out for. Hopefully not too long. Hopefully we can get him back as soon as possible. But of course, it's a massive absence. So immediately all eyes are looking to the middle of the park and saying, right, Casado, who's come in alongside De Jong, alongside Fermin, can they sort of together make amends really, or you know, make up for that massive absence that is Pedri? And I think naturally, Robert, Barça are going to play a different sort of way. They'll have to try and adapt, maybe play different football, because we're so used to everything going through him. The other change you mentioned, of course, in centre-back. I think Araujo's due a start, I will say. I think he's due an opportunity at centre-back. He's obviously changed around the partnerships quite a bit this season, Flick. I think it's a good idea to get Araujo in, give him a test, and next Eric Garcia too. I think it's a decent partnership, so I'm hopeful for those two. But I'm just like you, looking at that midfield and hoping that we are able to manage the absence of Pedri. And of course, Robert, wonderful news with some players back on the bench today too, which is big.
Exactly. Robert Lewandowski, Dani Olmo back in the squad list. We'll see if they get minutes in the second half. But yes, with the long list of injuries that we have had and that we still have, it's always great news to get players back. I insist, Robert Lewandowski and Dani Olmo might get minutes in the second half. They will start from the bench today. With all of that said, Pablo Wolves, who do you think that the key player will be today? That is a question that I am asking to our audience as well. There it is on your screens right now. Who will be the key player? I've gone one in each line. Ronald Araujo introduced into that defensive line. We know that under Eder Sarabia, Elche like to play, like to have the ball. So it'll be a tough task for our defense today, of course, trying to contain them. They've had a good start, Elche. Frenkie de Jong, in the absence of Pedri, does he have to be that veteran presence in midfield that calms things down when they need to be calmed down? Or do we need a standout performance by our superstar, our number 10, Lamine Yamal?
Hey, we need all three, I think. We need all three to be massive. Araujo, I think, is going to have a big game, and I think it is a big game for him. We need a big performance from Lamine Yamal. It could be the day where he goes back to his very best. We're just waiting, haven't we? We know he's been having a few niggles in the last few weeks or whatnot, Lamine, so hopefully he is back at 100% this evening. My answer is, though, Robert, Frenkie de Jong. And it is because, I mean, I said all the focus on the midfield before this game. I just feel that that's the case, and not just for this game, but for future games. I think he's stepped up so massively under Flick has Frenkie de Jong. Today, more than ever, we need him to guide us to a victory. Starting to behave like a captain, de Jong, and really feel like one of the more veteran players in the team. Bizarrely, he's not that old, but he needs to almost put the team, especially midfield, on his shoulders there. Guide the players like Casados, Fermin, young players around him, and start steering us to victories.
I agree fully. I mean, you always expect Lamine Yamal to give us some magical moments in the game, to lead the attacking line, to be a creative presence, to be a constant threat. But I think that Barca have had a wobbly time in midfield, let's say, not being able to calm games down, sometimes losing control of the ball, or not being comfortable enough with the ball. I think we need to be better in terms of taking care of the ball, in terms of bringing out the ball, in terms of being good with our possessions. We had long possessions in El Clasico. We needed to be more threatening with them. I think in order to establish that order, in order to just be a calming presence when he needs to, be able to accelerate, go forward when he needs to, Frenkie de Jong is a massive player in that regard, and in the absence of Pedri, he's going to be very important in Hansi Flick's schemes. Speaking of Hansi Flick, you want to listen to him?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's listen to what Hansi Flick had to say to our colleague Paul Martinez just a few minutes ago.
Hansi Flick, good afternoon. New Matchday LaLiga against Elche that have started really nice this season. What kind of game do you expect today?
Elche is a team who really thinking good in the offense, and with the ball they are good. They also play over the third, so we have to press good, and we have to fight also. But at the end also, what I want to see is that we play our game. So the last two trainings were very good. So I think one of the best trainings in this season, and this is what I can see. It's a good spirit. The quality was great, but also the attitude, and this is what I want to see.
What could be the key? Because Elche and Barça especially feels comfortable with the ball and the possession.
No, it's like that. We have to. It's always a competition, and we want to win 3 points, and this is our goal today.
And the last one, how important is for you and for the team to be available, Lewandowski and Dani Olmo for this game?
Yes, of course, we have some limits about the minutes, but at the end we are happy that they are back.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Hansi Flick happy to get players back in Robert Lewandowski and Dani Olmo. Speaking highly of Elche, we'll talk about them in a second. But first, let me remind you that if you haven't already, you can become premium members of Barca's YouTube channel, where you can enjoy exclusive content catered to you. Like, for example, what we had this week, our wonderful Sarah Salapur with Chesney, with Tech Chesney, our keeper, sending or asking Tech the questions of our members. The members sent the questions, Sarah asked the questions, Tech answered.
Yeah,
so live as well. Live. It was a great time. I thought the show went very well. Some very interesting questions from our fans, and we did it with Marcus Rashford. We did it with Tech, and we hope to do it many times again this season. Of course, also reminders, you get exclusive members-only emojis. By the way, you're going to get new emojis very soon, because if you remember, there was a poll in which you voted which kind of emojis you wanted. The poll ended, and the winning option is going to get more emojis very soon. Also, of course, you get loyalty badges, you get members-only live streams, you get members-only live chats like today's. So if you want to interact with us today, ask questions, send in comments, you become a member of Barca's YouTube channel. There you go. Right, less than 20 minutes to go. Let's talk about Elche, a team that is recently promoted. They were in the Segunda División last year. They started out fantastically. Had a couple of woes in the last couple of games, 2 defeats and 1 draw in their last 3. But under Eder Sarabia, they put themselves in the top 10 at the moment in the Primera División, and that is, well, just an outstanding result so far for a team that's been recently promoted. There is their lineup, with a familiar face in goal, of course, Iñaki Peña starting today, with Álvaro, Affengruber, Vigas and Pedrosa at the back, Aguado, Neto and Febas in midfield, and up front, Germán, Valera, Da Silva and Rafa Mir. a team coached by Sarabia is always going to want to have the ball, Pablo.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I read a stat saying they have the third highest average possession in La Liga. So this is a team that, despite being newly promoted, have come here to play, and we've seen that. I think in the first month and a half of the season, they were undefeated. You're quite right in mentioning, they've lost 2 of the last 3. They're winless in 3 games. We're unsure if it's going to be a back 3, back 5, back 4. He could change it around today. Was asked about that in the preview. So let's see how Sarabia lines up. But like you say, a side who like to have the ball, they will try and play. They'll try and get at Barça. No doubt they would have studied us and thought, hey, there's spaces for us to attack. But Barça themselves will be thinking a similar thing. When a team comes out at us, we'll try and get at them. So that's what I'll be thinking today from a Barça perspective. When Elche come forward, when they invariably have the ball, can we hit them around the back?
I want to see what Barça can do with Elche without the ball. When Elche doesn't have the ball, how do they play?
Yeah.
Can Barça confuse them, make them tired in long stretches of possession without the ball? What do they do when they have to chase the ball? See if they are vulnerable in that regard, and can Barça get into attacking mode right from the very beginning?
Yes.
I think that's going to be one of the keys of the game, no doubt. Right, guess the player time?
Let's do it. I'm nervous, but let's do it.
Okay, so this is for you, this is for Pablo. I have gone for today's guess the player with past scorers against Elche. Past scorers at home against
At home,
Elche.
okay. Yeah.
So, let's go, with no further ado, to the first one. There it is. On your screen. Oh, sorry. Wrong one.
The scores, though.
That's the one. That's the one.
Whoa.
I knew that was going to happen one day. I was going to click the wrong button. Right, so there we go.
Wow.
Past scorers against Elche. This is in the 2020-2021 season under Ronald Koeman.
Under Koeman, right, yeah.
Under Ronald Koeman. And I will tell you that day the score was 3-0.
It was 3-0, okay. I'm struggling a bit here because I like to back myself in terms of remembering scorers on days or whatnot, but I'm struggling a little bit. Just get the feeling Messi would have scored on that day. I don't know why I feel like I remember a De Jong goal against Elche, but looking at the picture, the man I think it is Jordi Alba. With the celebration, with the kiss, with the look of his frame, I can't remember him scoring that day. I'm almost thinking Braithwaite in my head. I'm thinking De Jong, Messi, but I can't really remember Jordi Alba scoring on that day. But because of the image, I'm going to go Jordi Alba.
Okay, so Minecraft says Pedri.
Ooh.
He was in the squad that day. Mac Lumbis says, I love that jersey. I love it too. I like the jersey from that season. But Mac, who was it? He scored. Alia says, so Messi or Alba?
Yeah.
Dardo Gaming says Messi. Luis says Alba. Bruna says Alba. Alia says Alba, I think. Okay.
These guys, they can't be that good at it.
Messi scored that day, but the correct answer for this one was... Jordi Alba. There you go. Correct.
Jordi Alba. Yeah, that was a difficult one because celebration-wise, I thought it was him. I just couldn't remember. I still can't remember him scoring in that game, if I'm honest with you. But there you go, Jordi Alba. 2
Messi goals, 1 Jordi Alba goal that day, a 3-0 win against Elche. Next scorer against Elche. This, I think, is an easier one.
I think I know this one because I've got, I was doing a little bit of snooping around before this game of some previous Barça Elches and a bit of history surrounding it. The person in shot, I believe, Robert, scored his first Barça goal. That's the celebration of it. That was his first goal with the first team.
I think you're right, Pablo. I think that is the first goal of this player who's celebrating in that picture.
And what a goal it was, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Unbelievable goal, this one. Can I give you the answer?
Alia says Luke. Minecraft says Pedri again. I think Minecraft is just trying Pedri every time. Or maybe not playing this game and just like reminding us of the absence of Pedri. Dardo Gaming says Gavi.
Oy.
Bruna says Gavi. Anyone else? Anyone else live chat? Luis says Gavi. Pablo, you say?
I say Gavi.
You say Gavi? The correct answer is...
Gavi. And
2 for 2.
3 very interesting scorers in that game as well, actually.
Jutgla.
And Nico.
Jutgla, Gavi and Nico. Yeah, very interesting. It was a December game. It was a December game.
Yeah, wow.
Just like, yeah.
Right. Any 3 of them would have been a decent one, wouldn't they?
Right. Last option here. And I think that's also an easy one.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. This is another 3-0 win at home.
Yeah.
And
one of the most repeated scores against Elche.
Yeah. And an unbelievable goal was scored by someone else in this game. I don't think the person you've got photographed here, but the man who's in here is back in the squad today. Hopefully back on the score sheet today if he gets minutes. I'm going Lewandowski.
You're going Lewandowski, and the correct answer is
Lewandowski.
Robert Lewandowski, 3 for 3 for Pablo Wolves. Well done, well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Live chat also going for Lewandowski. Minecraft, Catherine, Bruna, Alia, Luis, Pilita, Malaguita, also Lewandowski.
They did well, but there was a few of them who were being caught out, which I like. I like to see them, work for it a bit. I like that.
There we go. So, warm-up exercises for the Barca players before they head into the dressing room. Let's go over Barca's lineup once again. It's Tech Szczęsny in goal, Koundé, Araujo, Eric and Balde in defence with Cazador and De Jong in midfield. Fermin ahead of them, Lamine on the right, Rashford on the left, Ferran up top. Rate that lineup from 1 to 10, live chat. Let us know your thoughts. 10 the highest score, 1 the lowest. You know the drill. What do you think? What are your feelings? What would you have done different? Is that the lineup you would have picked? Rate it from 1 to 10. Pablo.
I'm going to be giving a bit of 9. The only reason I'm not giving it a 10 because I think he's got it almost spot on is because of the injuries, and it's just upsetting me that Pedri's not available and whatnot, and Rafinha and the rest of them. But I'm not only happy about the lineup, I'm also happy about the squad list. I just looked at it today, even Robert, and I thought, a bit of a sigh of relief for me that we've got Rooney, Lewandowski, Olmo. We got some good options off the bench there, when we're struggling in games. The sort of options we could have done with at the Bernabeu. So I'm looking forward to seeing them hopefully come off the bench. And I think lineup-wise, he's got it spot on. Front four's really exciting. I'm intrigued to see Castleton next to De Jong, so I'm a big fan.
For me, it's a 9 out of 10 as well. Same reason. You can't give it a 10 out of 10 when you don't have a full squad available, when you've got important players like Joan Garcia, like Pedri, like Gavi, like our captain Ter Stegen, like Rafinha, all of them out. It's hard to give it a 10 out of 10. Notable absences, of course, and it's affecting the team. I mean, it can't be an excuse, but it's also obvious that the team can't play the same without the talents of one of the best players of last season in Rafinha, without the player who played the most minutes in Pedri, without the star keeper who we signed for this season in Joan Garcia, without the intensity of Gavi. I mean, it's obvious you can't play the same way. But there is our lineup for you. Barca players heading to the dressing room, and we are going to see our Paul Martinez. Paul, els jugadors cap a vestidors. Bon ambient es veu a l'estadi olímpic i toca aixecar-se després de la derrota de la setmana passada.
Què tal, família? Sí, efectivament, comença a fer cert fred aquí a la muntanya màgica de Montjuïc. Ho deies tu ara, jugadors ja camí de vestidors. Tot just resten ara mateix 12 minuts perquè comenci aquest partit. Sí que és cert que hi ha bona entrada, encara queden localitats per omplir. Imaginem que s'ompliran en aquests darrers minuts, i el Barça, com tu dius, amb la sensació de voler tornar a sumar els 3 punts. El Real Madrid ara està al capdavant de la classificació. El Barça no es vol desenganxar d'aquesta primera plaça, per tant avui toca sumar aquests 3 punts aquí a l'estadi olímpic Lluís Companys. Davant tindrà un Elche de Saràbia, que sí que és cert que ha començat bé la temporada, amb 4 cares conegudes. La primera, el mateix entrenador, també Álvaro Núñez, Héctor Fort i Iñaki Peña, que avui serà també titular a la porteria de l'Elche. Per tant, el Barça, que es vol retrobar amb la victòria, i tant de bo al final pugui sumar aquests 3 punts. La meva aposta pel dia d'avui, 4-1. Imagino un bon partit del Barça i que pugui sumar els 3 punts, que al cap i a la fi és el més important.
Molt bé, Paul. Gràcies. Paul giving us a 4-1 as his score prediction. So, having gone with Paul's score prediction, I think we might as well.
Let's do it,
show our own.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that 4-1. I'd take that today. Yes, please.
4-1. Well, I'm going one better. 4-0. 4-0. I'm going 4-0. I'm going clean sheet and 4 goals. We haven't seen a 4-goaler from Barca for a while now, haven't we?
Yeah, we haven't. We have not seen a 4-goal from Barca for a decent while now. Yeah, I'm trying to think back.
Olympiacos.
Olympiacos was 6.
Yeah, true.
I just thought it was my head. Yeah. You're going 4-0. I'm going 2-0, Robert. But we're both going for clean sheets. We're due a clean sheet. I don't think we've kept one in the last 7 games or so. So we are due a clean sheet. It's not been that long that we've gone without one in a good few 3-4 years, I think. So I want a clean sheet today. That's my number one priority. But of course, the 3 points are absolutely vital. I've gone 2-0. Good day at the office. You know, keep things simple, keep things easy, nothing silly. For me right now, we need the points. You mentioned the injuries, and we have got big players missing. It's only natural that we're not going to be at our best right now. And whilst Madrid are firing, I think it's very important for us to keep winning, to keep up. There will be a time in the season when they begin to falter, and hey, maybe our injured players come back and we begin to rise. The important thing is that you're within touching distance. We have to make sure we get the win today, and I'd absolutely love a 2-0.
Keep your score predictions coming, live chat. I'll read them out in a second. But Pablo, you were just mentioning the last clean sheet.
Yeah.
Care to guess?
Well, I'm just trying to think back. Getafe?
It is.
Yeah.
Getafe, which was on the 21st of September.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. It's been a while.
Over 5 weeks, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games without a clean sheet. So I think we're due one. I think I agree with you. We're due a clean sheet. That's why I'm going with 4-0. I just want goals on the Barca side today. Let's see. Who's sending in their predictions? Alia says 3-0. Maclumber says 5-1. Luis says 3-1. Pirita says 3-0. 3-0. Bruna 3-1. Lavato Massi says 4-0. Dardu Gaming says 4-2. And Alia says, hoping I bring birthday luck today to a great game with a clean sheet. Alia, is it your birthday? Can we confirm that?
If it is.
I mean, you never ask. You never ask a young lady what her age is.
No, you don't.
So I'm not going to do that, Alia. But can you give us confirmation that it is your birthday? I mean, and we'll send you special birthday wishes. Catherine says 4-1. So there you go. Our score predictions. Let's get the lineup back on the screen because that's what the people want to know. With Szczesny, Koundé, Araujo, Eric, and Balde at the back. Cazador, De Jong, and Fermin at midfield. Lamine, Rashford, and Ferran up front. Do you think we have time for the pre-game quiz, Pablo?
I think we do. Yeah, I think we got time for it.
Speed through
let's
it.
Do it. Yeah,
let's
do it.
Speed through it. Okay. So, first question of this pre-game quiz. Hang on.
Over to the next one we go.
Yep, hang on, because I'm a bit distracted here today. I haven't
gone for the key player.
I've gone for the key player. Let's see. Okay, right. Okay, I've got it. First question of the pre-game quiz is: what was the last result after a Clásico defeat? Let me explain. So the last time that we lost a Clásico, what was the result in the immediate game after?
Yeah.
I want to see if this can make us feel good or, well, if it wasn't great. So, option 1, was it a 1-1? Option 2, did we lose 2-1? Or option 3, did we win 4-2? I'll give you a clue. It was in the 2023-2024 season, and it was the day that Lamine Yamal had that phantom goal disallowed.
Yeah, so it's that Clásico we're going after then. Okay. Which was latter end of that season with Xavi. I seem to remember a game at home to Valencia with the rain not too long after, which is what's making me go 4. I just don't know if that was the immediate game after there or if it's 1-1. I'm torn between the two. I'm torn between 1 and 3.
Give me an answer. Trust your gut.
3. I remember 3. I remember the 4-2 win. I don't know if it was immediately.
There you go. It was the 4-2 against Valencia. Okay. Impressive, Pablo. Impressive.
We didn't have a midway. I just thought, I knew it was soon after, and I saw 4-2. I was like, yeah. I remember we were on the live on that one as well with Spence, and I thought, go on.
When was the last time that Elche won away to Barca? So that Elche won in Barcelona. Was it option 1, never? Option 2, 1975. Option 3, 2014.
God, I was looking at some of these stats as well, you know. Away. I think it never is tempting me, but I think I might go 1975. Not 2014. Definitely not 2014 for me.
Okay,
I'm gonna go 2.
You need to trust your temptations, Pablo. Trust your temptations. Elche have never won, which seems like we might be jinxing something by just mentioning
that. A good or a bad omen, yeah.
Last one, because the players are about to come onto the pitch, so last one, I need this one very quickly. I think you know this one. Who didn't score in the last time that Barca faced Elche at home? It was a 3-0. We know that Lewandowski scored because we had him on Guess the Player. Memphis or Rafinha?
Memphis scored a lovely goal, a brilliant goal, a little piece of skill. So my answer is Rafinha.
And that is...
Rafa.
2 out of 3. Well done, Pablo.
There you go. We'll take that. We'll take that. The second one was slightly more history-based than I slipped up. But yeah, that goal from Memphis, by the way, unbelievable. The little cutback, I remember it a few years ago. We take something like that today. You see the players in the tunnel. Not long now.
Players in the tunnel. And we are about to get going. We're waiting. Lewandowski, Juan Garcia making their way up. Iñaki Peña being saluted by the Barca players with Ter Stegen and Frenkie de Jong there. Pablo, I'm going to hand it over to you for the start of game commentary.
Yeah, absolutely right. Not long to go now. Nice to see Iñaki Peña in the tunnel with all the players too, having embracing almost every single one of them, which is good to see. Even Ter Stegen, who's injured, of course, was down there to say hello to Peña, which is good to see. And Montjuic, as Paul said, just getting ready. It's Barça versus Elche in matchday 11 of La Liga. The players are out on the pitch at Montjuic. Barça looking to get back to winning ways in the league after the slip-up in El Clásico. 2 changes they made to their lineup, but they need the 3 points today, Robert, trying to get back to within 5 points of Madrid. And we want, in my opinion, not just a good performance today, 3 points too. We want both of them for me.
We want a happy afternoon at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic, a bounce-back performance. We've had time enough to turn the page, to pick ourselves up from that defeat in El Clásico, which comes at an early time, of course, this season. And a home performance against Elche with Hansi Flick back on the bench will definitely help. It's going to be a busy week before the international break, and we want to make it 3 out of 3 before heading into that break.
Yeah, absolutely. Feels like we almost need to, doesn't it? Let's hope that Barça are able to do just that. Certainly in La Liga, they need to win. They need to win today and away to home against Celta before that final break of 2025. Got a midweek game against Club Brugge in between. Today at Montjuic, Barça boosted by the fact that Lewandowski and Dani Olmo are back in the squad. They're on the bench this afternoon, not available from the start, as is usually the case when a player comes back from injury, but good to see them back available for selection. Who isn't available for selection is Pedri. He's out of this game and injured. Here is the Barca team then. 2 changes as mentioned. Chesney starts in goal. Brilliant against Madrid. Hopefully more heroics today. Eric Garcia and Araujo, the centre-back partnership chosen, with Koundé and Balde on the flanks. De Jong is next to Casador due to Pedri's injury, which means Fermin remains in front of them. And the front 3 also stays the same. Rashford off the left, Lamine Yamal off the right, and Ferran Torres down the middle.
2 changes in the lineup compared to the Clásico starting 11. Ronald Araujo will lead the team as captain today. The last time he was playing in La Liga in Montjuic, he became the hero in the 90th minute. Today he will play in that more traditional centre-back role. We'll see how the team fares against this Elche side, who haven't done too badly, Pablo, at the beginning of this league campaign.
No, they haven't, and here's how they line up. Iñaki Peña in goal, Núñez, Gruber, it's Bigas and Pedrosa across the back line. Let's see if it's a back 3, a back 4, back 5, Febas, Neto and Aguado. Either way will be amongst the midfield. And then you've got Rafa Mir, who is going to be up top alongside Andres Silva and Valera. We are going to have a minute of silence here, which we will observe before today's game in memory of Diego Quiles, who's a former Elche president, also Ana Batllevó, Puig, and also Lluís Permanyer y Ados.
So we'll keep a moment of silence here as well, I think. Respectful silence, like at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. Lluís Permanyer, one of the journalists of Barcelona, a lot of chronicles of this journalist who sadly passed away this week.
There you go then. Moment of silence, beautifully observed here at Montjuic, where we're just moments away from kick-off in La Liga between Barça and Elche. Elche themselves not having a bad season at all, being one of the revelations of the first 10 match weeks, only recently slipping up. Although they'll be hoping to get back to winning ways. Winless in October. They'll hope their fortunes change in November. There's Marcus Rashford. 5 goals already for Barça so far this season. And plenty of assists too. No one has more assists than him in the Barça team. There is Iñaki Peña. He is back home at Barça on loan at Elche this season. Barça hoping for magic from Lamine Yamal today. We need a good display from everyone. Ferran Torres, who was just straight back into the lineup against Real Madrid. Hopefully, after a week break, he's more fresh. Same can be said for the whole Barça team. It's kick-off at Montjuic. Barça getting us underway here in their red and blue stripes, and hopefully a quick early start today, Robert, wouldn't you say?
Here we go, yes, careful because Elche are going for us already.
Yes, here they come. Good breakaway this. I think it's Febas driving through the midfield. Let's see how Elche have lined up in terms of players and their position. I think just by glancing down, I'd probably say that's maybe a back four. We'll have to wait and see in a minute. Whistles from the Barça stands as Elche building their way out the back very comfortably too. They are a side who are comfortable on the ball. They've been excellent this season, and here they are for the first time in the game getting round the back. Alejandro Balde, good defensive work. Got back in there and concedes the game's first corner inside 45 seconds.
Good defensive effort there by Alejandro Balde, and it only took 45 seconds for us to see what Elche's intentions are in this game. Coming at the league champions as a recently promoted side, their coach is an advocate for attacking football, for keeping possession, for creating opportunities, and they're going to try and do that today here.
Well, they have options and height in the middle. Andrés Silva and Rafa Mir both good with their head in terms of getting on the end of crosses. They've not crossed this ball in though. Herman Valera elects to play it short. Maybe now he'll swing one in. Yes, he does. It's going to be easy for Chesney, who was quite brilliant against Real Madrid last time out. One of the bright sparks for Barça in what was a tricky game. Robert, we've got the Flick cam back because he was suspended, of course.
We've got the Flick cam because we have Flick, basically. We had the Sork cam last week, and there is Hansi Flick watching the game from the sidelines. Good news for Barça, of course. Marcus Sorg said last week he is the most important piece of the team, Hansi. It was a clear disadvantage that he wasn't on the bench last week. That was Marcus Sorg who said it. By the way, our colleague Marta has just posted on the live chat a poll asking who will score the first goal of the game, Lamine Yamal, Rashford or Rafinha. It could come here.
Well, it might well come here because Lamine Yamal's dancing down the Barça right-hand side. He's still going. Lamine, there's De Jong! And it goes just wide of the post. I think the flag was up for an offside. That's the first we've seen of Lamine so far today, and I must say he looked very sharp indeed. Good skill.
Good skill by Lamine Yamal. A bit confused as to why the flag was raised. Was De Jong in a more advanced position?
That's what they're saying. I think that's what they're saying.
We'll see there in the replay.
There.
Yeah. Okay.
It's tight, but he was, I think, just, yeah.
Okay. So, who will be the first scorer? Lamine, Ferran, Rashford. I'd like a shark attack.
Yeah, we are due a Ferran goal. Go on, yeah. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go Ferran Torres. We'll both go Ferran, and hopefully we'll summon a goal from Ferran. I'm going to go Ferran Torres too. We are due one. Watch out for Fermin again, by the way, who's on red hot form. No one scored more than him for Barça this season. So watch out for Fermin Lopez too. But out of those three options, I've got to go for Ferran. We need a Ferran goal. Come on.
Fermin has been absolutely on fire since returning from that injury. Second half against Girona, he came out, changed the game. Created a few opportunities for himself, came very close to scoring. If not for Gazzaniga, he would have been on the score sheet. Then, of course, the hat-trick against Olympiacos, and the other day in El Clásico, he managed to equalise the game. It was a shame that Barça relinquished that getting back into the game so quickly.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. They did give up their lead too easily, really. I think we agreed from a Barça perspective in terms of the way they gave it back to Madrid. I mean, it never really felt like our afternoon, unfortunately, in El Clásico, and it's one of those you have to turn the page, move on. We had a lot of players missing. Madrid ultimately deserved their victory, and that the season's long. There's plenty of football left to be played. And here come Barça with Rashford and Balde trying to get in down the left-hand side. Castelló was running after the ball there like a dog. We'll hopefully see plenty of that from him as he steps in to midfield with Pedri's absence.
You know, it's funny because you say, and I think I can agree, and Chris can agree, it wasn't our afternoon in El Clasico yet. I think the good news is that even with it not being our afternoon, getting something positive out of it was within touching distance.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's that cross from Lamine to Koundé, right, that if he controls it well, or even the
Fermin opportunity.
When Fermin went and almost like the sea parted for him.
Yeah.
Watch out here, because Elche are in behind. Lamine appealed for a handball in the build-up, but for now, it's play on. Rafa Mir, not quite the sort of player that you want in terms of agility in that situation, but he's done well. And he's going to get it back here. He should be quite far offside. Flag stays down, and what a save by Szczesny. And now the ball is in the back of net. Well, no whistle had gone until the ball was in the back of the net. So if it was miraculously onside, it would have counted. It isn't onside, as you can imagine, because Rafa Mir was...
There was no way that was
about 3 bodies offside.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, so we've spoken about that Clásicos. Barca tried to play from behind, and in reference to that, one of the answers of this question that I'm posing right now to you and our audience as well, Pablo, what will the key of this game be?
Yeah.
So the emotional reaction after that defeat in El Clásico. Option 2, no Pedri. What now?
Yeah.
What happens in midfield? And a bit linked to that, option 3, the possession battle with Elche, which we've seen already. Could be a more disputed one than one may think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're immediately looking down in the first 5 minutes here, and you can see Elche want the ball, and they're pressing us quite high as well. So we're going to have to break through that. And Eric Garcia didn't quite there. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing for us, though, because I don't think we mind having that space in behind to attack. Not with players like Ferran and Rashford to run in behind. So I'm relatively hopeful we can make the most of that. Pedri, I think, is a massive, massive loss.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go for the emotional reaction, actually. I think after a Clásico, you need to win. You really have to win. And I said the same before. The game before and the game after, you've got to win both of those. So for Barca, I'm looking to see a proper response here. And actually, Flick said before the game, speaking to Polly, he said that the training sessions in the lead-up to this game have been some of the best of the season. So I'm hoping we see that relayed on the pitch. Opening 6 minutes, we look lively. Credit Elche, they're moving the ball around really well. But we're looking lively and we're looking energetic.
For me, I'm going to go with option 2, not just for this game, but for the coming weeks in which Pedri is going to be out. How do we respond without the constant, without the player who has always been available in this Flick era? You think of Hansi Flick's team, and one of the first players you think of is Pedri, who almost like resuscitated last year under Hansi Flick. We got the best version out of him once again. He was one of the standout performers in every Barca game this season. And how do we fare without him is an interesting question. We'll have to see here. I mean, at the moment we're struggling against Elche, who seem comfortable with the ball. Very comfortable. I mean, you'd say they've got most of possession so far because they're tapping things around really nicely. It's sort of switching between a 3 and a 4 in defence, and they're getting bodies and overloads everywhere along the park. And that they say that's offside. I didn't think it was, but we'll have another look in a moment. Offside there on Nunez, I think it was, who was over there. This will tell us. He might well be on there. As it were, though, yeah, you're quite right. Elche tapping things around well. I think, look, the loss of Pedri is going to be really, really huge. It really is. And I think we're going to be a different team, in fact. That footballing-wise, the way we play is just not going to be the same, because it can't be. Just wonder whether Flick's looking at a player like Bernal, who we're not sure if he's I'm wondering that as well. If he's quite ready yet or not. There's been question marks that recovering from an injury of the kind that he had. The ACL injury is not easy, of course it isn't. I just wonder whether it's maybe time that Flick thinks that. Hang on a minute, though, because here comes Balde. And look at the space far side. If he finds it, it's for Lamine Yamal! There you go!
He's back! Lamine Yamal puts Barca in front against Elche. He kisses the badge. And the Catalans take the lead in Montjuic. Barca 1, Elche 0.
There you go. There you go. Oh, wait a minute. Am I doing it wrong?
How do I do it?
Oh, that's it. That's
3?
it. 3-0-4. 3-0-4. Lamine Yamal. Barca catch a break. It was Elche playing from behind. and Alejandro Balde driving fantastically. The switch over to Lamine Yamal. First chance for Barca. Lamine slams it into the back of the net, and that was a much needed goal in a shaky start for Barca. The giveaway by Elche. Balde drives it forward. No offside. Lamine Yamal finishes it, and that deserves, for the first time in a long time,
pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine
Yamal, y'all.
He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all.
The Lamine Yamal wrap once again on Barca Live.
We've missed it.
We've missed it. We missed Spencer, of course, as well. But I think we have the rights to play that Lamine Yamal rap. I think he won't have a problem with that.
He'll let us know. We'll find out shortly.
Exactly.
We'll find out shortly if not.
Who won't have a problem with that Lamine Yamal goal either is Hansi Flick. Let's take a look at how he reacted.
There he is. He would have been delighted, Hansi Flick. Real celebration from him there, buzzing with the goal. That goal, Robert, was sort of what I was trying to get at in terms of the possession battle and the fact that when Elche come forward, they're going to leave spaces that we barely ever get in this league. 10 minutes in, can you remember a time that a team has left those spaces against Barça? Balde won it back. I know it was a bad giveaway at the back, and Balde anticipated it well and played the right pass, but we had bodies over, and credit Lamine, by the way. When he got the ball, he didn't panic at all. He just manoeuvred onto his left foot. Really cool, really calm. He's looked lively, actually, in the first 5-10 minutes here, and there in front of goal, ice cool, too, to put one past Iñaki Peña. No chance for the man on loan from Barça on that occasion. And watch out here, because Barça could be away again if they hurry. Look at the space. Rashford is in on the left. He's screaming for the ball. Maybe now Eddie Garcia can find him. Oh, and Elche slipping everywhere. And here comes Fermin. It could be two in the space of 2 minutes. It's Ferran! And Barça do have a second within 2 minutes. They're running right at Montjuic. Get the shark hats out, because it's Barça 2, Elche 0. Ferran Torres back amongst the goals.
The double whammy in 2 minutes. Barca take a 2-0 lead. Lamine Yamal first. Now Ferran meets the cross by Fermin, and it was a giveaway once again by Elche. Ferran Torres scores his 50th goal for Football Club Barcelona, and the shark is back for us. Shark attack at Montjuic. Eddie Garcia tried to play it long for Marcus Rashford. Intercepted by the Elche defense, but along comes Fermin to recover. Left-footed, low pass into Ferran Torres, and the Shark, all he had to do was pass it into the back of the net. 2-0 Barca, a wonderful start. Let's take a look at Hansi's reaction.
You'd imagine he will be in dreamland, Hansi Flick. And hey, from the first 8 minutes of this game, when Valencia were doing pretty well with Elche were doing pretty well with the ball, dominating possession, to the 2 goals that Barça have scored, well, I mean, how a game of football can change so quickly. And I must say, Robert, for me, Elche have almost been victims of their own football here. They've pressed out, they've put players forward, they've put bodies forward, and Barça have hit them twice. There have been some slips at the back. That occasion, Fermin so quick onto it, and he timed the pass to perfection too. If it wasn't Ferran, it would have been Lamine. And Barça, well, they're running right here. They're in dreamland early on, and good from Casador. That wasn't a foul, surely not.
It hasn't been an ideal, pretty start from Barca. It hasn't been a display of that fantastic brand of football that we were accustomed to last year. But there's something notable that has happened in both those goals. The press and recovery.
Yeah.
So in the first goal, it's Elche trying to play from behind. A pass played by memory almost. Played out wide to the right to where a player that was supposed to be there wasn't there. Balde read that to perfection, recovered, and Barca in transition lethal. Second one, bit different because it's Eddie Garcia who plays it long. It's intercepted, but then there's a slip. What does Fermin do? He goes for it. He sprints for that ball.
Rapid.
Keeps going. Leaves Marcus Rashford behind, which isn't easy, by the way, and sets the goal up for Ferran Torres. So in a game that was looking quite uncomfortable for Barca in those first 10 minutes, it was another one of another weapon that we used a few times last season. Another way of being harmful that we used last season that came into play, and that was, hey, press, recover, and go.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we're pressing really well actually so far today, and you can tell that the players, after those 2 goals, they've got the bit between their teeth now, and they're really going at Elche here. And I mean, Fermin, no more than anyone here, he's just driving through the heart of midfield. The referee's getting in the way of the Elche players. Fermin doesn't care. You're right. When I saw Fermin win that back, I thought he was going to play in Rashford, but the touch was, he was so rapidly onto it. And I'll tell you what, Barça are mauling Elche here when they're trying to build up the back, and they're being a victim to their own football a little bit here. The side managed by Eder Sarabia, because they are trying to play good football and they're committing bodies forward, but one misplaced pass and Barça are in there, eating up the ground and doing a really good job of it too.
Oh, well, quarter of an hour played, and let's say, oh, here we go again. Recovery by Koundé.
Barça are in if they hurry. It's Lamine. Oh, and he had Rashford in on goal. Now Balde maybe on his left foot. Alejandro Balde already got assist today. Still Balde. Corner. Well, chance wasn't it for Rashford beforehand. The pass couldn't quite get through couldn't quite come over from Lamine Yamal. I'm being shown my score prediction here. It's still 2-0 for now, can I just say? But I'm more than happy to be short on guess the score.
I sure hope you don't get your prediction right, because it's going to be a long 75 minutes. If you do.
I agree with you, Robert. I'm on your team now. I hope it's wrong too. As it were, maybe Barça have the chance to make it wrong from this upcoming corner. It's going to be Rashford to take it in by Marcus Rashford. Easy for Iñaki Peña.
There we go, and Elche trying to play it out quickly, trying to catch Barça with speed. They're careful there, Balde.
Watch out. Well, Barça made a bit of a mess of this. Here come Elche themselves. Shuffled over here to Rafa Mir. He's got options inside. In the end, Barça just about get away with that, you'd think, for now. Bodies back in red and blue, and Koundé snuffs up the danger. And Casalo can try and get Lamine away, who's looking in good form so far. Lamine Yamal, I must say, he's looking really lively.
Right, well, with those 2 early goals for Barça, this fantastic start, I mean, why wouldn't we? Fill the chat with blue and red hearts. Give us your Barça loves, your Barça support. How have you liked that reaction coming into this game? 2 chances, 2 goals for Barça, and a giveaway there now.
Yeah.
Give us those blue and red hearts, guys.
Get them in the chat. We need them now. Come on, Barça fans. Yeah, you're quite right. A bit of a giveaway here from Koundé on the throw-in. It's going to be Szczesny's ball in the end. He did really well to just delay his dive there, and was able to launch the ball. 70 minutes played here. Pretty comfortable for Barça. Exactly what the doctor ordered, I think, today so far. Robert must be careful with an Elche side who, well, they've got players who can put the ball in the back of the net. Andres Silva's got 4 already so far this season. Watch out for them.
And when Barça were playing from behind there with Tech starting with Araujo, they were still pressing high.
Yeah.
I mean, they're staying loyal to what their coach wants, and they're sticking to that idea. And if Barça can break that first and second line of press, this could be, I mean, it could be raining goals today. I mean, it's just a hypothesis, really.
Yeah.
But
no, it's
best case scenario, Barça manages to find a way to break those lines of press, and Elche players grow frustrated, and even though they continue to do it. And this could be an interesting afternoon.
It's one of those days that immediately you're thinking, can we get a few goals here? Just because of the way Elche are playing. You're quite right. I mean, they're pressing really high on Barça. They've not really changed their style of play. They're committing a lot of bodies forward, and they're almost leaving themselves one-on-one at the back.
They are.
Ferran, Lamine and Rashford, they're one-on-one, and you make a wrong step there, wrong movement, you miss a challenge, and, well, you could be dead. I mean, Barça already shown on 2 occasions how lethal they can be. Lamine feeling he was fouled there. Not going to be given, but 80 minutes in here, I think Eder Sarabia will be wondering, well, not quite going to plan so far.
Well, we got shown the stats a couple of minutes ago there, and I was very interested to see. It may have flipped now because Barca have taken more control of the game, but after that second goal, Elche had dominated possession up to that point, 55-45, and that was a reflection of what was going on. Elche were having the ball, but off of a mistake and a half. Barca had managed to capitalise and punish them in transition. So, I mean, I think now it will have flipped. Barca will have taken over in terms of that control of the possession percentage. But interesting what happened in the start of that game as Araujo has to stretch out there to save Barca's possession.
Yeah, a bit of a loose pass from Rashford. He was definitely caught there, Araujo. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those games that you mentioned the possession battle before kickoff. It might well stay that way throughout the game, especially with Barça now 2 goals up. They might well think that, hey, how things are going right now doesn't suit us too badly. We're happy to have the ball a lot ourselves, but if Elche want to have the ball, come out from the back, you know, use long possession and commit bodies forward, the second we nip it back, we're in. So it's definitely, I think, a strategy that Flick would have told his players to utilise today. We already see Szczesny here, and I mean, the way Elche are pressing high. If you can just break in behind, I wonder whether that Araujo's going to try a long pass up. There he goes. We're in again there. And if they can get it left, Rashford is clean through on goal. Maybe now it is going to fall to Rashford. He's got Balde on the left. There's the break for Barça. It's Balde. It's just over Iñaki Peña. It's just what I was saying. I mean, they were completely exposed at the back, Elche. Completely.
It wasn't clean, it wasn't tidy, but Barca got once again into a position of being harmful as we're seeing that Lamine Yamal goal once again, just the calm, the poise, the quality in the finish by Lamine Yamal.
That's a lovely goal.
It's a fantastic goal to beat his former teammate Iñaki Peña. A couple of touches to take the ball left and nicely put into the back of the net. But yeah, so far, the way that Barca has found to be threatening, to create danger in this game, is not the most conventional in the Blaugrana style book, let's say.
Yeah.
But hey, speed, space, and quick opportunities.
It's certainly coming off so far. Watch out here because Elche are in behind themselves. That's what they were just offside. I was not happy about it. That's what will definitely be interesting. We're going to also have to be very alert defensively because whilst we're all loving the space we're getting in behind here with the chances, must be aware of the threat that Elche themselves will pose because they've got so many bodies up in the final third that when they get balls into the box, they do have options up there. Got a shot of De Jong there.
He was frustrated that the referee didn't allow play on. Yeah.
And a shot of Lewandowski.
We might get some Levy action in the second half.
We certainly hope so.
We might get some.
We pop the net like Lewandowski.
No. We'll save that. We'll save that for a goal.
For a goal, hopefully. Here comes Rashford. That wasn't. I would like to see that back though. Here comes Rashford. Some run from him, and in the sliding challenge puts it behind for a corner.
There we go.
I mean, Barça players, attackers, running into space and doing so with ease so far. There was Rashford.
This will be like the kind of game that Rashford surely can thrive in. He'll be relishing the opportunity to just make runs in behind that Elche defence. I mean, you were saying just a moment ago, playing things one-on-one and can be very exposed in certain moments. So this seems like the ideal game for Marcus Rashford.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. This is his bread and butter, really. Space in behind, and then it's all about picking the pass or the finish in the final third. But Rashford this time takes his corner short. He's got Ferran with him. It's back to Rashford. Good tackle. Another corner.
By the way, I never mentioned that in our poll of who would be the first scorer, the most voted option was Lamine Yamal. And they got it right. It was
well done to the fans.
64% for Lamine Yamal, 21% Rashford, 15% Ferran.
Well, Yumi said Ferran, and he has scored, but just not the first scorer.
Yeah. I said I was looking forward to a shark attack, to a shark goal. Well, we got one.
Definitely got one. That's some decent header across the face of goal there from Koundé, who's going to keep this attack alive here with Lamine. Can Castelló find him again? It's good football from Barça. They're building up nicely. Go all the way back now to Balde, the man who got the assist for Barça's opening goal. Fermin is looking as lively as ever, by the way. He looks on red-hot form right now. The Ferminator. Look at the space Eddie Garcia's got here.
Got it.
Far too much room. Oh, and Ferran Torres was in, and I thought he was in. It's a vital last-ditch challenge from it was Pedro Vigas who got back in there and just behind for a corner.
Ferran having a giggle with the situation. Eric playing the Pedri role there, trying to play the ball in behind the defense. Bigas gets a touch on it to clear it, and look at Ferran there.
Ferran loving it.
Enjoying it, yeah.
I think he's thinking, we said it's Rashford's type of game, it's Ferran's type of game too. The space that Elche are going to be leaving him behind, just run off his man every now and then. Well, so far Barça and the fans inside the stadium enjoying themselves here. Rashford with the corner on the other side now. Englishman over the ball. A third goal here would put us into mayhem. It's not a bad pullback either. It's going to find Fermin, who balloons it over the crossbar. Not an easy one to keep down, and Fermin blazes out for a goal kick.
Right, you know what I didn't do in the last game, Pablo? As
hit me.
well, it was just a goal kick, but we might not be able to do it now because Barça have just recovered. But I never gave a shout out to the new members in that Clásico, and I apologise for that because there were many who signed up on the day of the Clásico. Obviously, that's this game in which there's a lot of eyes on that on that Clásico. A lot of people want access, and we got a lot of new members for that game against Real Madrid. I wasn't able to shout them out because there was never an opportunity. A lot was going on in that game. So next time we get a goal kick, I'm going to shout out our new members from today, which there are many, by the way.
We're coming, people. Yeah, there's been many, and you mentioned earlier, Robert, they've been involved, of course, already this week with Szczesny. So all of the new members, and they've got a lot. They've had a lot of fun this week. So, and I'm sure they're having fun. Those of you who are newly members, get involved in the live chat, show some Barça love, as we are enjoying ourselves here at home against an Elche side who are just struggling to cope with the. Well, we don't have fire in attack right now.
But see, we managed to find the striker, play it from behind. They're very reluctant to just boot it forward.
Yes, they are, yeah. And, goal kick. I didn't think it was, but it's going to be an Elche goal kick.
I said I was going to do it in the next goal kick. Let's do it. New members who wear the crest on their chests. I'm going to start with the premium ones. Premium members, new premium members. Ali Akman, number 5. Shirao, 78. Mia San Mia, 5623. Manishawa, 2792. Guchen, who, by the way, did one of my favorite things, which is signing up for the basic pack, saying, no, wait a minute, I made a mistake. I'm going to go premium. Do that. A. Rodriguez, 3822. Super Yaciel, Content 2407, Bader Abdullah 4040, Moises Old One, Pirita Malaguita upgraded to premium. I didn't realize Pirita Malaguita was just basic, upgraded to premium.
Wow.
Shout out for that. And Yuji Kazuha, shout out to all of them. They, as the most loyal Barca fans, wear the crest on their chest. Portan l'escut al pit. Shout out to all of them. Almost a year of that
I know,
new 125th anniversary anthem. I still love it.
I know, yeah. It still rings true, doesn't it? Yeah, it's been popular and used throughout the year, not just for that, and of course here, then the new members that will know it is their song when they get welcomed to the family. A few nice ones. I love the story of the person who upgraded immediately from the basic to the premium.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why did I do that? Yeah, let's go premium.
And Pirita Malaguita as well becoming a premium member. One of the loyal Barça Live fans in the chat.
What about most active members on the live chat? Speaking of active members, by the way, confirmation that it is Alia's birthday.
Ooh.
So happy birthday to Alia. And she said, if you want to know my age, check out Szczesny's number. So it's the big 25.
25, okay.
There you go. I'm just checking here because we did have a... we did have a... Where is it? Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
Wow.
A happy birthday to Alia. We'll give you the birthday confetti, but maybe not over Hansi Flick. Maybe if we can get it back to the studio image. When we get it back to the studio image, we will share some confetti for.
It was happy
for
birthday.
Alia.
It was happy birthday from Flick too, there, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, exactly. No. Hansi Flick wishing Alia a happy birthday, and we wish Alia a happy birthday as well. So it's Moza. By the way, Alia, it's Moza. Other members also saying hi to the new members that we just shouted out, the new premium members. I'm going to go to the basic premium members when we get another opportunity because they deserve a shout out as well. And Alia, as promised, there's the confetti.
Happy birthday, Alia. Have a good one. And so far, Barça giving you the birthday gift that you would have wanted with 2 goals. Nothing done yet, but we'll take that certainly, won't we, on your birthday. Hopefully 3 points, as it were. Nearly half an hour played here, Robert, and things going pretty well on the pitch for Barça. Pretty comfortable last 5 minutes or so whilst we were saying hello to the members. Not an awful lot has happened. Pretty calm. Things pretty much what I asked for. Watch out here because here comes Rashford. There's Ferran. Couldn't quite get it back to Marcus Rashford, and Elche survive. Araujo's going to win things back. Not a bad little dink out that to the Englishman once more, and Barça can rebuild.
Also seem like they want to be direct today. They don't want to just play around with their food. They don't want to keep the passing game going for too long here. They've seen that there are going to be opportunities in space, so I think we're going to see more one-on-one. We're going to see more direct attacks today.
Well, I don't know what on earth. That's an Elche ball, is it? Well,
Yeah.
the linesman was right there, and so is the Barça ball, where the referees actually overruled him.
There you go. Got a bit of everything in this game.
All the way back now to Iñaki Peña. Ball at his feet for Elche. Switched out wide now. Still stuck with a good amount of possession. We just saw the stats. I can just see them there, Robert. Yeah, pretty much bang on. I mean, and that's pretty much the way it feels right now, actually. Elche having a bit of it. So are Barça. And a free kick to the away team there. Fermin just late on his player, and a decent set-piece opportunity here.
Fermin frustrated there with having given away the foul. It's a late challenge.
It was late.
Kind of a necessary one, Fermin realises. And a dead ball opportunity here for Elche.
Yeah, they'll bring some of the big men up from the back. They have got, like I said, 2 players up top in Rafa Mir and Andre Silva, who are also very good in the air, so watch out for them. We've not seen much of Silva so far today. It's been more of Rafa Mir running around. Dead ball situation, in it comes. It should be Szczesny's. It is Szczesny's. It's a waste, really, from Elche.
Quiet afternoon so far for Tech Szczesny.
Yes.
I don't really want to jinx that.
Compared to the Bernabeu.
Exactly, compared to the Bernabeu, yeah, he was quite busy in that one. He did say in the podcast interview we did with him last year that he actually prefers to be busy in games. Careful here.
Watch out, because Fermin is bursting away. Might go on his own. Fermin does go on his own deflection. And just wide of the far post. Well, in a way, similar to the chance he had in the Clásico, where he had plenty of options, but I think he thought everyone's backing off me. I'm going to go on my own. How on earth is that not a corner? Sorry, I don't understand what's happened here.
It did look like it went off of a defender. Fermin going all the way forward. It bounces off of Affengruber clearly.
Am I losing my mind here? Or?
No. It's a clear corner.
And
Iñaki Peña gets it as well. It's a double corner.
He's not given that as a corner. Well, that's remarkable. I mean, I thought well, no, he's not giving it. The most obvious one for me, Rob, I thought was the deflection, right? I didn't even see the glove in lifetime, but there you go. Barça has the ball back anyway. Not a corner, unbelievably. It was a good chance for Barça, though. I will say that. It was a good breaking and a good opportunity for the Blaugrana, who are building up from the back now again with Eri Garcia. Flick, by the way. Couldn't believe that you're going to see Flick on your screens now. And fair enough, because I don't think anyone could. Watch out, because here comes Rashford breaking away when he run out of pitch. And it goes out for a Elche throw-in. Rashford still eager, you'd imagine, to get on the score sheet today. He's only scored 1 La Liga goal, 4 in the Champions League, a brace against Newcastle and a brace against Olympiacos, but he's looking to get just his 2nd league goal. His only one came in a defeat against Sevilla. And that goal from Ferran Torres, by the way, levels him up on 6 goals with Fermin as Barca's leading scorer this season.
50th goal all
Yes.
time for Ferran Torres as a Barca player. Just whip up the list of how many players have reached 50 for Barca. Let me do the research very quickly here.
Go and get it up and let us know. Here's a nice little breakaway between Fermin and Koundé, and then Lamine joins in too as the French fullback motors down the Barca right-hand side. Lamine again now with his dancing feet, cuts inside. Rashford is the option far side. Here is Marcus Rashford. Can he get it onto his right foot? There it is, Rashford! Wide of the far post. Set it out a little bit too wide and couldn't quite curl it back inside that far post. Flick, pleased with what he's seeing so far, though understandably so because his team are playing good football, pinning Elche in and causing issues. Rashford there on that occasion, not quite getting his shot away. Quite a trademark Rashford position to go inside from. You have some stats?
I do have the stats. So Ferran Torres just got his 50th Barca goal today. He's the 58th player all time for Barca to do that. So that's a fairly select club in
that's a pretty good return.
Yeah, in 125 years of history. He was tied with Thierry Henry at 49 goals.
Fair play.
So he surpasses Thierry Henry. You know who's next up on the list? The next player he can surpass?
Hit me.
Gary Lineker.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Wow, there you go. Gary Lineker. Okay.
First yellow card of the game.
Good company to be within.
Yeah.
Henry, Lineker, Rashford, Ferran. Sorry, not a bad three. Not a bad front three at all.
No.
Well done to Ferran Torres. I mean, the years have almost eaten away at us now with how long Ferran's been here. One of the players in the squad who's been here for the longest amount of time. By the way, booking there for Elche for pulling down Frenkie Don. It was a yellow in all fact. It was Neto who was the guilty party. This is good from Eric Garcia. He thought he was fouled, and he was. Yeah, referee wasn't happy with it. So he was given a free kick Barca's way.
I was just taking a look at this list. So he's just reached 50. So if he scores 10 more, and let's go looking ahead to 60. There are players within touching distance. Very interesting names in here. I mentioned Gary Lineker. Next up, Gerard Piqué, 53 goals. Michael Laudrup, 54. Andres Iniesta, 57.
Okay.
His teammate Rafinha, 57 as well. Johan Cruyff, 60.
Wow.
Other more unknown names because they're from a more distant past. Martí Venturra and Josep Sastre. But
good return. Yeah. And you know what, Robin? I was just thinking. You mentioned him getting to 60. I mean, he could well do that this season.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, from October to June.
You'd hope so.
You'd hope Ferran would score 10 goals.
You'd hope so.
Hey.
Referee was having a word with someone on the Elche bench there, I think, for some complaints after 2 consecutive free kicks were given Barca's way, as it were. It's Rashford who's over the ball for the Blaugrana, trying to get a cross in, he'd imagine, to the back post where Araujo and Koundé are lurking. Lamine's come over to take charge of this one too. Yeah, in by Lamine. It doesn't quite beat the first man though. Going to go back to the 18-year-old with the number 10 on his back, Lamine. And he recovers possession, retreats, and Barca have managed the half well so far as well with...
Yeah, I think that obviously, I'm going to say is extremely obvious. Ooh.
That wasn't a great challenge there on De Jong, I must say. That was not great, and I'm shocked that that's not a booking, I must say. That was pretty high to me. De Jong hasn't complained too much, in all fairness to him. Oof. Was that in the...
He kind of hooks him
he does.
With his left leg.
In a sensitive area. That's a tough one to take, but he's straight back on his feet, De Jong. Not phased by it at all, and fair play. No complaints. We'd like to see that. Here is De Jong. Lovely ball over the top now to Koundé, who's going to get on the end of that. Jules Koundé, options in the middle. Oh, it's a good cross. It's going to find Rashford. Oh, and it's deflected over the top of the crossbar. So nearly a Barca third before half-time.
And that will be given as a corner kick. It seems it didn't look like the ball was going to get to Marcus Rashford. It fell to him, brought it down on his chest fantastically, hit the volley, and then the ball took a bounce off of the ground first. I think it went off of... Oh, no, it was... who was it?
Pedrosa, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the chest control is excellent from Rashford. He keeps it really close to his body, and good defending in the end of the match to get that block in, because that was headed goal bound, and you'd imagine from that close range, Iñaki Peña couldn't have done much. There's the resulting corner. Koundé's up. Casado! And it's blocked away from close range. Now Lamine! Oof. Oh, and a rifle came in there from Lamine Yamal. Lots of shots being fired on the Elche goal here. Nice flick by Eric. Rashford's in. Ferran doesn't use him. Ferran! Oh, good save Iñaki Peña, and he keeps it close enough to his body. And, well, Barça firing in the attempts now, and Elche for now remain unscathed.
I'm surprised that a player did not collapse after that Lamine Yamal volley shot from the edge of the box. Whoever made that block is a hero right now for standing on his feet, because it felt like that was going at 120 miles per hour, that Lamine Yamal shot, and it looked like it was going in the right direction as well.
It did, yeah.
Barca gunning for a third goal right now.
Yeah, lots of chances there. I mean, the Castellon won it initially too, by the way. Great chance for him. Rashford beforehand, even Ferran when he got that shot away. Lamine shot. I mean, there was countless chances. We just saw a stat saying that ocasiones de gol, which is sort of like goal chances from La Liga, and that's that Barça with 6, Elche with none. So for all of the possession they've had, Elche, I see the stats on our screen here. Yeah, 0 shots, Robert, 0 on target. You know, I think Enes Sarabia will be upset with that, because he'll say, yeah, fine, we're going to give Barca chances, we're going to give them space, but we at least ourselves want to be, you know, peppering Szczesny's goal right down the other end. They haven't done that yet, so almost nothing coming off Elche so far in terms of their strategy.
They had the disallowed goal, of course, but that was, Rafa Mir was off by a mile.
Yeah.
And yeah, they haven't been able to transform those possessions that they had, those spaces in behind Barca's defence that they've been able to enjoy at certain points of the game into opportunities. I want to ask the fans, Pablo, what is your favourite thing about this first half? The quick, direct football we've seen from Barca? Is it the Lamine Yamal goal, or is it the shark attack?
I love both goals, I must say. They were really good, but I sort of go for the first one, which encompasses all of it. The quick, direct football. It's been fun to watch. It's been energetic. We've been getting shots away on Iñaki Peña's goal. We've looked lively. We look like we can score every time we come forward. We're putting on Elche under pressure. I've been really impressed so far. I think it's exactly what Flick would have wanted, exactly what he would have worked on in the training ground all week. You get the feeling it's what he was talking about when he said that we've been training really well. We've looked fiery, lively. And we're getting chance after chance. I just hope it continues throughout the game. So I'm going to go for number 1, Robert, despite the fact I was a big fan of both goals. The first especially was really good.
I'm going to go for number 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for the Lamine Yamal goal, just because it feels like we haven't seen the best of Lamine in the month of October. We needed to get our best player back into the best form. So to see him score within the 10th minute of the game, such a high quality goal, to see him so involved as well in today's game, to see him be active and creative is something that I'm loving, although Elche now have space.
Watch out here, because Rafa Mir in behind shoots and scores. What a finish by Rafa Mir, and there you go, Elche's first shot on target finds its way to the back of the net, just like that, Robert.
There goes that clean sheet.
So frustrating. One attack from Elche. They broke away. They caught Barça cold for one of the first times in the game. I think he was just onside, Rafa Mir. He got in behind and he took his shot really early. And Elche have one back before half-time.
I want to see that one again. It was a neat finish by Rafa Mir. Tucked it into the far corner, out of reach for Szczesny. He starts the run from his own half, therefore there is no offside. And from there, he decides with quality. He gets to the edge of the box. Araujo gets in front of him, but he just curls the ball around Barca's defender. And there's no chance for Szczesny to get in there. So that's the worst news for Barca, really, to concede right before half-time. Allow Elche back in. We've just mentioned they had not had a shot on target. And there you go. 1 for 1.
Well, the clean sheet goes then. 8 games in a row, Barca concede a goal. Not what we wanted. And I must say, Robert, it didn't feel like it was coming either. They are checking something here. I mean, I'm not really sure what, Robert, I must say. It looked onside to me. Was there a foul?
It did look onside to me.
Can't be offside. It was in his own half.
So, unless his feet are in his own half...
Goal.
It's a goal. Okay. I mean, I was just thinking maybe like the drop of the shoulder. His shoulder was in Barca's half, but no, it never felt that way. So, goal counts.
Yeah.
And... let's see, can we get one before half-time?
Well,
it looked like it was probably our best moment, this one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, and we were almost on the verge of winning the ball back in Elche's half. I thought Fermin was going to snatch it away, but it wasn't to be. And Elche, credit to them, they broke away, got down the other end, and found the back of the net with perfection. I want to praise Rafa Mir as well, to be fair, because it wasn't easy. He before even taking on Araujo, That's not an easy angle at all. And he found the corner to perfection. 0 chance for Szczesny in goal. And, well, Sarabia will be delighted with that. Flick will be gutted, I think, in terms of where his team were 2-0. He'll just think, maybe I was close to getting a 3-0. And Barça were, you're right. I mean, they had so many chances from that corner just a minute ago and didn't take them. And all of a sudden, that's how quickly football can change. We were left exposed and Elche punished us. And that's what happens at the highest level. You got quality players in attack and, well, we were caught cold and Elche got their goal. You
just said how quickly football changes, and Eder Sarabia can probably give you that explanation for the first 10 minutes of the game as well. He would have felt that his team were the better team in that opening stretch of the game, but Barca hit twice. They didn't really have any reaction time at Elche between the first and second goal. And from there it was a comfortable game for Barca, but Elche have shown us how dangerous they can be.
Yeah, breaking away, just seeing an image of Kubarsi there. I don't think anything the Barca defence could do about it. They were pressed up high, and that's part of parcel of the game. Here's De Jong, lovely layoffs to Fermin. Is there a Barca third before the interval? Maybe through Lamine, who's trying to get a shot away. Lovely back heel to Koundé, whose pullback isn't going to find anyone in Barca red and blue, and Elche survived that one. Just looked for a moment, Robert, as if that was the chance to make it 3. When it fell to Fermin, he was in open and acres of space.
The pass was just behind Lamine.
Yeah.
Instead of allowing Lamine to run onto the ball, he had to wait for it to arrive, and that slowed everything down.
3 minutes of stoppage time have been added on here at the end of the first half. 3 minutes where Barca will maybe hope they can restore their 2-goal advantage. I think the positive for me, Robert, apart from the fact that we're winning and that we've played well, is that despite being pegged back 1, I back us to be able to get more goals in this game. I'm confident there are more goals in this game. I mean, Elche might feel the same for themselves, but we have come forward on plenty of occasions. Here's De Jong, now Rashford. We'd have a goal from him now. Rashford, De Jong. Ferran's
what a find!
What a save by Iñaki Peña. Well, I thought that was it, Robert. Well, wow.
Where did that pass come from? Frankie De Jong, my goodness.
Oh, lovely. It was such a clever ball from De Jong. I thought he was going to go back to Rashford, and then the space opened up for Ferran. He found him to perfection. It took a nick off of the defender, and Iñaki Peña, it was just central enough for him, wasn't it? He didn't quite get it low enough, Ferran. There, you've almost got to go low, pick your corner. And it was high, and Iñaki Peña, he's good from those ranges. Reflex has always been one of his strong suits. Fermin's cross now. Araujo's strong in the air, and it's going to be a free kick given against him. He feels it was the other way around.
You know what just popped into my mind, Pablo? Last time that Iñaki Peña played an away game against Barca, it was that Galatasaray game, and he had a fantastic performance. By the way, he was helped there by Affengruber. If there's no deflection, I think that goes in.
I agree. You're right. I've just seen that now as well. Yeah, that's just spot on. That's going in the top corner, and it's directed more centrally. Don't take anything away from Peña. It was a great reaction save, but still you're right. It was definitely made easier for him. And yes, how could we forget the Galatasaray game? He was good at home as well, I thought, at Camp Nou, and then good away too. Here come Barça, battled in behind to Rashford. Rashford does well to cut back onto his right foot. What can he do here? Marcus Rashford, options arriving. He's offside.
And he's offside. You know who I'm enjoying in this first half, and we mentioned him in pre-game, because he's got a chance in this game to do what he loves to do, drive the ball forward, is Frankie de Jong.
Yeah.
Frankie de Jong is exploiting that space in between the defensive line and the midfield line to perfection. It's just a quick turn sometimes, the awareness of where the space is, and then he can just run and decide.
He's playing really well,
Frankie's playing very well.
He absolutely is. Olmo will be one of those who in exactly that sort of space will maybe thrive in the second half if Flick deems him fit to do so. De Jong so far, I mean, with Castelló there, Robert, he's almost got more license to do that maybe. Watch out,
here we go.
Barça with a golden chance to make it 3 before half-time. It's Fermin, it's Lamine Yamal. It's over the top of the crossbar. Almost a carbon copy of the first goal. And it isn't to be for Barça, who have had chance after chance in this first half. Well, there you go. Half-time whistle blows. Barça 2, Elche 1.
Another transition opportunity for Barça, sent up high by Lamine Yamal. It felt like maybe the easiest option was the pass to Frankie, but of course you want to go to your number 10 to finish that as well. 2-1 at half-time, and it feels like Barça have let an opportunity pass to just go into a quiet half-time break here.
Yeah, I completely agree that there's been plenty of chances for Barça in this first half. And remarkably, we're only going on 2-1 up here, Robert. I think that's the downside, really, for Hansi Flick's side. In the second half, hopefully more goals. It's been very good. But Barça, pegged back by Rafa Mir, goals from Lamine and Ferran. They lead at the interval by 2-1 over Elche.
Well, there you go. It's half-time at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. 2-1. Elche had the better start. I thought they looked comfortable on the ball. They were making Barça run after it, really and truthfully. Barça were chasing shadows at one point in those first 10 minutes, but Lamine struck in the 9th. Ferran struck in the 11th off of two quick transition, press and recovery opportunities. Balde in the first, Fermin in the second, recovering and assisting. And from there was a comfortable game, I would say, for Barça. Elche kept going, kept pressing high, kept wanting to have the ball. And that, throughout the first half, gave Barça opportunities in space. We never were able to score that third.
No.
Elche, first shot on target, managed to get one back. And here we are. It's a tight result still. And I think that will frustrate Hansi Flick in today's game.
Yeah, I mean, he won't be able to believe that it's only 2-1 Hansi Flick, I think. And that is the negative, because you're right. I mean, Elche started well. It looked as though they were going to maybe get a good few chances away. They didn't really. I mean, that shot from Rafa Mir, their first on target, their first of the game, remarkable in the 42nd minute. So, look, for Barça, we got two brilliantly. We could have had 3 or 4, even after the Rafa Mir goal went in. We had chances. Isn't to be so far, wasn't to be. I'm looking immediately at the start of the second half to get the third goal. Go out and get the third goal, restore the 2-goal cushion, and push on from there. That's got to be Barca's aim now, because we've deserved it. We just need to now really keep that attacking football going. Don't change the way we've been playing, and make sure we get that third goal. Put Elche to bed here, because it's what we deserve.
Yeah, and try and do it early, because we've got 2 more games coming up this week. So it'd be interesting if Hansi Flick can move the bench early in this game. Elche have proved in this game what they're capable of. Having the ball, pressing, making it uncomfortable for Barca, having to change the way that Barca usually play. But we saw last season as well in some games that Barca, given space, given opportunities to run into the back of the defence, can be clinical as well. We were clinical in that regard as well. We were unfortunate not to score in some of the final opportunities of this first half. We'll see if we can do it in the second. Overall, I mean, in spite of being gutted that we conceded that goal before half-time, it's still a thumbs up for me.
Yeah,
I think
100%. For me, we've seen the reaction that we wanted from the Clásico, Robert. Do you know what I mean? I mean, we've been energetic, we've been lively, we've pegged Elche back on a lot of occasions. I'm pleased with the first half. Scoreline is a little bit unfair to us and flatters Elche a little bit, but hey, there's 45 minutes to go, and I've got no doubt we'll get goals in the second half.
Right, well, you let us know, live chat. What do you think? Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down for you? For us, it's once again, thumbs up.
Yes.
We are going to take a quick break here in the studio, but Pablo, as always, has come up with a halftime quiz to keep you entertained. So stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes with more analysis from the first half and looking forward to that second half. Right, well, there you go. That was the halftime quiz for you. Who got a 5 out of 5? Raise your hand in the live chat. Pablo, was it a tough one today?
It was a decently tough one. We had touched on a few things before the game, however.
So if they'd been listening?
Yes, exactly. If they've been listening, they've been paying attention, as is often the case, then, hey, you might have got a few. For example, the last time Barça lost to Elche was in there. You did the last time that Barça lost to Elche at home, which was never.
Yeah.
So that was in there. So there's a few of them in there that if they were just paying a little bit of attention, the Gavi, for example, who scored his first goal against Elche in that the game where he kissed the badge, and the great goal at home back at Camp Nou, and then a few general knowledge ones too. So we know they love it. So hopefully they got 5 out of 5.
Well, before we go to Paul, here's a tough question for you as well, which is who was the best player in the first half, Pablo? I enjoyed De Jong's performance.
Yeah.
Option 2, Fermin. Option 3, Lamine. I'm just going to... De Jong with space, when he's able to drive the ball, when he's able to pick it up, turn, run, make a decision. I love his game in that sense.
Yeah, he makes a difference. With space, he is a different player, De Jong. He really is. And often at Barça, he has a different role where he's got to be a midfielder in tight spaces, like a Pedri sort of midfielder, which he also does very well. But at Ajax, he was always a player who in space drove the ball forward. I'm going to have to agree with you. I think I'm going to go De Jong. I think Lamine's been really, really good. I do. I'm still waiting to see another level for him that I know he can go to. And Fermin and Ferran have also been exciting for me. But De Jong I've really enjoyed. I think he's run the show.
Right, well, we're going to go to Paul at the Olympic Stadium for the latest updates. Paul, li estem preguntant a l'audiència qui ha estat el millor jugador de la primera meitat. Opció 1, De Jong. Opció 2, Fermin. Opció 3, Lamine Yamal. I també digue'ns qui està escalfant, Paul. Qui podríem veure a la segona meitat?
Què tal, companys? Victòria momentània del Futbol Club Barcelona, l'equip de Hansi Flick amb aquest 2-1 amb els gols de Lamine Yamal i de Ferran Torres, ara mateix escalfant bona part dels jugadors suplents. Per tant, avui Hansi Flick no ens dona gaires pistes i tot sembla indicar que no hi haurà cap substitució a l'inici d'aquesta segona meitat. Veiem a Gerard Martín, també a Marc Bernal, a Xavi Espar, en definitiva, bona part dels futbolistes suplents en el dia d'avui. Un Barça que ha començat amb bon peu amb aquest primer gol de Lamine Yamal al minut 10. Portava ja moltes jornades sense marcar la Lliga, sí que és cert que havia marcat davant d'Olympiacos, i després el segon gol de Ferran Torres, gol número 50 amb la samarreta del Futbol Club Barcelona. Em quedo amb l'inici del Barça, que semblava que els jugadors tenien especials ganes avui de guanyar aquest partit, i s'ha vist en la celebració, per exemple, de Lamine Yamal indicant-se l'escut del Barça, i també la celebració de Ferran Torres i també l'assistència que li ha donat Fermin, que ho han celebrat de valer. Molt bones sensacions del conjunt blaugrana, que ha vist, això sí, com retallava la diferència, en aquest cas Rafa Mir, l'Elx, amb aquest 2-1 definitiu fins a hores d'ara, a falta que comenci aquesta segona meitat. Surten ja els jugadors sobre la gespa, per tant ja tot preparat aquí a l'estadi per la disputa d'aquesta segona meitat.
Are stepping onto the pitch, as he was just saying. Most of the players who started from the bench today were warming up on the pitch. Paul said it doesn't feel like there was going to be any substitutions. And Pablo, we're going to have to go back to game commentary because the Elche players are going to jump onto the pitch any moment now. So, guys, get ready for this second half. Barca players on the pitch, Elche players not quite there yet, but it seems like it's going to happen any minute now.
Yeah, it absolutely does. You can see the Barça players all eagerly ready to get back to it. Yeah, no changes from Barça. We'll have a wait and see if Elche have moved anything around themselves, as it were, just now. Barça, whilst the Elche substitutes are still out there just tapping the ball around, and rightly so, to get themselves warm. We're just seeing the Elche goal on our screens. And our screens, the goal that at the moment is the reason that Barça aren't in a much more dominant position going into this second half. Sarabia would have been delighted with it, but certainly he'll be thinking tactically, what can he tweak to stop Barça coming forward at the pace and intensity that they've come forward with so far, because you'd imagine if Barça keep up the way they've been playing in the second half as they did in the first, there will be plenty of goals. Iñaki Peña there, first Elche player out on the pitch for the second half. And the rest of them still waiting in the tunnel. There's Pedro Vigas, the captain of the team. And the Elche fitness coach, they're just getting all the players straight back out because they are a little bit late out to the second half. Barça will be just trying to keep themselves warm up there. You just see those players, there are a few of them. Looks as though, Robert, we may have a change from Elche, so we'll maybe comment that in just a moment. Mendoza is going to be coming on here. Doesn't have a first team number 2. He's on for the second 45 minutes. Yeah, Neto off, Mendoza on. The only change at half-time between both sides here. Barça unchanged. Elche make one sub. So Sarabia does move his deck and shuffle his deck a little bit. Barça keeps him the same. And hopefully for Barça, more of the same in the second half, right?
Exactly. Barça had opportunities in space in the first half. Capitalised early. 9th minute, 11th minute. Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres. It looked like it was going to be comfortable all day long for Barça, but Elche reminded us late in that first half of what they are able to do in space as well. One shot on target, one goal for the away side today, and it's a tight one as we head into the second half.
Well, referee ready to put the whistle to his lips as we are back underway at the Estadi Olympic Luis Companys. This time Barça kicking from left to right in the second half, and hopefully more goals now. Robert thought it was a really good display from Barça in the first half, but they'll want more goals to go with it. They won't be comfortable with just the one goal advantage they have over their opponents right now. Goals from Lamine and Ferran for Barça. Rafa Mir has pulled one back for Elche. That's a decent ball over the top immediately too, which is going to go all the way through to Szczesny, and Barça could restart from the back.
And at half-time, as always, we got the attendance numbers. Over 44,000 in attendance today at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. So the Barca fans out there in numbers today. Careful, Rashford in space.
Rashford with plenty of space in behind here. Could there be a goal at the start of the second half for Barca? Rashford misses it just when he went for it on his own, Rashford. And he couldn't quite pick out the far corner. Well, just like that. That's how easy it is, isn't it? It would have been tight.
It would have been very tight. It would have been interesting to see the replay. Ultimately, it won't matter. But Marcus Rashford in space, we said he was going to be relishing these opportunities to make deep runs in behind the defence, given space. There he went for glory himself. He had options trailing from behind. I think it was Cazador and Lamine Yamal at the far post as well. Just short of scoring Barca's third, and what a start that would have been to the second half.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we needed. That's exactly what I would have wanted at the start of this second half. Here come Barca again, trying to do the very same thing. And that's what I'm looking for, Robert. We just want to start with that energy. Although, watch out here, because Elche are going to come forward themselves. Switches from Rafa Mir. It's going to come all the way over here to the far side. Balde's going to check over. And that's a smart ball around the back too. I think Andres Silva's tussling.
Smart defending by Eric as well.
Yeah, good from Eric Garcia. It's going to come straight back out, Barca though, who haven't really been able to get to that loose ball. But even this, Robert, you just saw there when Rashford broke away. If we win it back here, we will be in behind. They're going all the way out to the goalkeeper here, Elche. Immediately that chance from Rashford will tell you that the pattern of the game is set. There will still be chances for the Belgrana when they get forward. That's a decent touch inside, though. Eric mops it out, and it goes out for a throw-in to the away side.
I was just mentioning the attendance numbers, over 44,000, so a good response by the public to that defeat against Real Madrid, knowing that there's plenty of time left, that the team needs support. A good attendance today at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic by a group of fans that will be very excited at the prospect of, well, maybe returning very soon to the Spotify Cup. No, of course, this week the club, we just saw Lewandowski warming up there, and Dani Olmo as well. So good news for Barca there. Their returns very near. We'll see if they play in the second half. And I was just about to mention the prospect of returning to the Spotify Cup. No, the club announced during this week that there's going to be an open doors training session, and we'll be showing that to you live this week as well. As always, we're going to be there for you live. Open doors training session at Spotify Camp Nou, which will be on Friday.
Very exciting indeed. Watch out here, because Elche coming forward, Koundé behind for a corner. Yeah, really exciting. We see the subs warming up. Olmo, Cubarsí, Lewandowski amongst them. Lots of good names that we're hoping to see on the pitch in this second half. And yeah, the fans, I mean, they can get their tickets. They've been getting their tickets in numbers I've seen, Robert. And as you say. You know, we'll also be showing it to them live here. So yeah, lots to look forward to. Lots to look forward to in the coming weeks. Lots of exciting stuff around Barça as we enter the end of this year, calendar year of 2025, that has been so fruitful for the Catalans. Here we go then. 5 minutes in, or 4 minutes into the second half. Elche's first corner of it. It's an important header by Rashford at the front post. It's going to come all the way around the back though. Lamine's tracking his runner. Cross comes back in, and Szczesny had to be brave there and know when to grasp. And surely that's a foul. No, surely
it has to be a foul by Aguado there, not allowing Szczesny to play it out quickly. Nothing called. Also warming up for Barça, Pau Cubarsí, Gerard Martin and Rooney Bardghji, as well as Dani Olmo and Robert Lewandowski, who will be two of the players that the fans will really be looking forward to seeing in this second half. Who would you like to see, Pablo, in this second half? I'm giving you three options. Is it Olmo, Lewandowski, and though he's not warming up right now, would you like to see Mar Bernal?
Well, I can't lie to you. I would love to see Lewandowski. I've missed Lewandowski. I think in the Clásico last week, for example, he's the sort of player that you miss in those sorts of games, and his eye for goal, his knack for finding the back of the net is so vital. That's not a bad ball around the back to Rashford, whose little heel touch has got him in here. It's still Marcus Rashford, and a good recovery in the end by Bigas gets Elche clear. I'd love to see Bernal. I really would. I think we're due some Bernal minutes, and I'd like to see him get more involved with the first team dynamic again, however difficult that is. Even just looking down at the 5 subs we've got warming up now, Robert, it just fills me with a bit more confidence than how I felt before. You know, we've got more options there now. Olmo, Rooney, Lewandowski, even in defence, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin. It's good to see. Watch out here, because Elche are coming forward themselves. And this game just feels a little bit tighter than it should do to me right now, Robert, with the way Elche are coming forward.
It feels very much like the start of the first half, Pablo.
Yeah, it does, yeah. And Barça will be hoping the rest of the half follows a similar pattern. In comes the cross, away by Koundé. Good defending again by Koundé, and now Lamine can... I can't believe he hasn't played advantage there, the referee, I must say.
Second time he's done that in this game.
Can't believe it.
There's a handball call. It went off of Rafa Mir's arm, but Barça had already been able to play it out. Fermin had found Lamine Yamal in space.
We were away and in behind there.
Héctor Ford warming up for Elche.
Well, there you go. It'd be interesting to see if he does get some minutes today against Barça. Héctor Ford. Of course, Iñaki Peña already out on the pitch, conceded 2 but made a super save at the end of the first half to deny Ferran off of a deflection. Araujo now. All the way upfield towards Ferran. It's going to fall to Lamine. It's round the back for Fermin. I think he was off, but we're going to play on for now. It's Fermin Lopez. There's Marcus Rashford. It's 3-1 to Barça, but the flag is up.
It fell all the way along, like Fermin was in an offside position.
He was well off. He looked well off to be, I must say. Robert. There.
Oh, well, not. I mean, he was off, but not well off.
No, it's tighter than I thought. I must admit, it's tighter, but he definitely is offside there for me. Yeah. There you go, confirmation. And we'll restart. Good breakaway again from Barça. That's exactly what they need to do. Just time the run a little bit better. Put pressure on the Elche back line. I just said a minute ago that I don't like the way that Elche, this is feeling a bit tighter than it should. I think that's what Flick will be so annoyed about, isn't it, with that goal that went in, that this now is just much more of a game than it should be. And you said, Robert, about the fact that we've got 2 more games coming up this week with the injuries. Yeah. He would have liked to have rested players. He knows the longer it stays like this, the less chance he has to do that, to make the changes he wants to make. So it is a slight worry in that regard. Barça will just be hoping that they can get their 3rd goal and get it quickly.
It would be the dream scenario to put this game to sleep, to bed as soon as possible, and to start to think about Wednesday, because it's match day 4 in the Champions League. Tough outing. It's always difficult to play away in the Champions League, and you want a win to get into those top positions.
Here come Elche again. It's Szczesny who claims his cross well. Now can we break away with Elche having committed bodies at the pitch? There's the acres of space for De Jong to run into. Look at him go, gliding through the midfield. He's got Rashford to his left. That's who he plays in. Marcus Rashford now gets on the end of the pass. Rashford stands of his man. Still, Marcus Rashford deflection. It's going to find Lamine.
It went off of Ferran.
Yeah, a bit of a ricochet in there. Lamine. Oh, he's going to get past his man, but it's good defending, really. He just shuffled him out the way, and goalkeeper able to claim. I think it was Barella who did well.
Step over the bicicleta there by Lamine Yamal as he tried to move away from his defender. It was a shame there, that shot, which was blocked by his own teammate Marcus Rashford, unleashing it from the edge of the box. Careful here, Elche.
Well, game very open now, Robert. Stretched. This is Pedrosa. Barella, I should say. Inside again. Andre Silva. Still Andre Silva. Good feet from him. He's got options wide. One of them's Rafa Mir. And he hits the crossbar this time. Well, he picked the corner to perfection in the first half. And Elche now ever so close to making it 2-2.
So close. Barca let off the hook here. Elche once again proving to be threatening when given space. A bit too open this game for my liking. I think we need a calming presence in midfield. I wonder how long Flick takes to bring someone like Dani Olmo into the pitch. Careful here.
Well, it is so stretched right now, this game, Robert, and Barca want the next goal. Surely they're going to get it here. No, they're not. They've got to start making the most of those breakaways, because Elche are committing so many bodies forward. That's a brilliant tackle by Araujo. Lunged in, they got the ball cleanly. This is so open and so stretched right now, the game, that Barca really have got to make the most of the spaces they get and get their third goal. Araujo's tried to go up there and play as a striker. He's now been told to go back to centre-back.
It's wide open, this. It's back and forth. I wonder how much Hansi Flick is enjoying this. But obviously, if Barca were given the opportunities to run, don't hesitate. There, Marcus Rashford held on to it just a little bit too long, ran into traffic. The decision needed to be made earlier. Now here, Eric Garcia allowing Barca to recover the ball. I think, just need to calm things down a little bit in a way. And then obviously, if you're given space, go for it.
I mean, it's a good watch for the neutral, this, because it's pretty end-to-end. I mean, neither team is really having possession for that long of a spell at a time. And this is Rashford this time. I thought he was fouled there. He was. Yeah, got a bit of a bump from his man. And, well, fascinating way it's setting up now. Just think the worry for Barca with how open it is that, well, they won't want Elche getting the next goal, that's for sure. They'll really want to get the next goal themselves here, not make it a 2-2 game here, which, in all truth, with what we've seen, it shouldn't be 2-2. You know, Barca should not allow this to get to 2-2 here. Bump from Eric Garcia, and, well, just about right that he got that foul, Eric Garcia, because Andre Silva was away there. And it was he who linked up really well with Rafa Mir a few moments ago to crash that attempt off the crossbar. Barca, a reminder, looking to go 5 points behind Madrid with a victory. Quick free kick has played Balde, although he can't quite find Ferran. Well, this has been the game of the players who have got legs in them, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Frenkie de Jong, Balde, I mean, when they've got space, they're just going, they're motoring away.
As I say, given the opportunity, just go for it. They've got like long stretches of the field to run with no opposition. So if you see the open space, take the opportunity. Then obviously in the last chance, Marcus Rashford, as I said, held on to the ball for just a little bit too long and then ran into the obstacles. But Barca need to find where the fine line is between balance, poise, calming the game down, not allowing Elche too many spaces, and then just exploiting that space that Barca can allow Barca to be very direct.
I completely agree. Barca need that equilibrium, don't they, in between attack and defence right now. That's nice from De Jong, although Fermin couldn't get his flick away. Good, convincing tackle there by Eric, who was fouled, and he felt quite badly too. Yeah, you can see the possession stats on our screen right now, Robert. I mean, it's 50-50. Elche having so much of the ball, and they're carving out chances themselves now, which they didn't really do in the first half. That was one of my criticisms of them, that for all the possession, all they were doing with it was progressing, losing it, and letting Barca in. Now they're starting to get chances themselves, and Barca must be wary of that. I will say, though, the space is still there in behind, and well, we're making the most of it so far. We just need a clinical edge in the final third. Could be Lewandowski to make that happen for us.
I mean, I just wonder how much Barca are interested in playing this back and forth game. Maybe it's just the old, traditional, old-fashioned culé in me that's thinking, okay, well, let's keep possession. But maybe there's no point in keeping possession in this game. Given that amount of space, you just go for it. Maybe that's the read here. I don't know. What I am feeling is that when Elche have the ball, they're doing so a little bit too comfortably for my taste.
Yeah. I mean, they're a side who are very comfortable on the ball, and well, they've got spaces. They really do, and they're making Barca work for this right now. In a game that after 11 minutes at 2-0, you would have hoped Barca would have been in quite a comfortable spot at this stage. That goal from Rafa Mir has changed things, and here they come again.
Well, I'm going to be optimistic and think that there's a next goal coming, and I am going to ask who will be the next scorer. Who will score the next goal for Barca, culés? Will it be Rashford, Fermin, or De Jong? I've gone with players who haven't scored yet. I mean, it could well be Lamine Yamal or Ferran Torres, but I'm going with players who have not yet scored in this game.
Well, here is Fermin. I'm going to go for Rashford, Robert. I think he's due a goal, and he's got him behind on that left-hand flank on a few occasions. Here is Marcus Rashford for Barcelona. Rashford!
There it is!
How about that? Marcus Rashford makes it 3-1 to Barcelona. That is an unbelievable goal from the Englishman.
Beautiful.
Fermin picked him out. Rashford off the bar and in. I just got in time that it was Rashford who I thought was going to score next. And there you go. Barca have their 2-goal cushion back. Barca 3, Elche 1.
Pablo Wolves, you yourself calling your number, thinking it was going to be Marcus Rashford. It was 10 seconds after that Marcus Rashford slammed it into the back of the net. I'll tell you what, that was a fantastic switch by Fermin. Barca playing it long once again into the back of the Elche defence. Fermin out wide on the right. Sensational switch. Rashford brings it down, takes it to his left, off the crossbar and in. How about that for a goal by Marcus Rashford? Yet again, he finds the net. Sensational strike by Barca's number 14.
Wow. That is a super goal, isn't it, from Rashford? The power he gets in his shot, we've seen that already in the goals he's scored so far for Barca. Reminded me of the Newcastle one almost, but Rashford, well, this time he does find the back of the net. And Barca do finally have their 2-goal cushion back. It had to be Rashford. He's come close on a few occasions. It's only his second league goal. It's his 6th in all competitions for Barca. So he is now level with Fermin and Ferran as the joint top scorer of the team this season.
I feel like we should probably ask again who's going to score the next goal. We asked about the first scorer, Lamine Yamal, scored almost immediately after. We asked about the third scorer. Marcus Rashford was one of the options, and he went ahead and scored. You even called it, Pablo. So I'm wondering, when do we do it again? Culés, get out your Barca flags on the chat. Get out those flag emojis to celebrate that third goal as Elche come at us again, but Eddie Garcia comes in with his sliding tackle. Let's take a look at how Hansi Flick reacted to that goal. Seeing a more energetic Flick today in his reactions.
His celebrations have been more energetic. Yeah, he's been more enthusiastic almost. I think he will know, Robert, the importance of winning this game and of playing well. And we have played well, but at 2-1, this was far too in the balance. And that goal is just going to calm everyone down inside the stadium right now. And it was funny. It was one of those moments where I nearly left it for the commentary and thought, I'm not going to say that the first scorer. I'm not going to say who I think is going to score the next goal, but I thought this ball's going to end up at Rashford's feet, just in case. I think it's going to be Rashford who scores the next goal, which was going to be my answer anyway, but there you go, Rashford due his goal. There you can see the scorers in LaLiga. I mean, Rashford not even on there because he's got 4 in the Champions League and 2 in LaLiga. He was away there, Rashford. Maybe he can release Balde now, who is lightning quick, as is Pedrosa. Credit to him, did well. Was that not a corner? No. Thought it was. Ferran out and away though with 5 goals as the top scorer in La Liga. Lewandowski on the bench with 4.
Well, we said it's been a while since we got a 4-goaler from Barca. Let's see if we can get one this afternoon. We're only 1 away. Good news for Hansi Flick. In the absence of Rafinha, in the absence of Lewandowski, who starts today from the bench, your front 3 scores with Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, and Marcus Rashford. And there you go. Dani Olmo is going to be one of the players who's going to come in.
Well, there you go. Olmo about to enter the fray for Barça. So that's the first roll of the dice from Hansi Flick. Could well be his sort of game, Robert, with how open it is. And here come Barça again. Look at the Koundé go. Could be a 4-on-2 if Barça hurry, even a 5-on-2. They've got options over the pass. A bit behind Rashford. And he's trying to find Lamine. And just those situations, Robert, if we got them right, it could have been a bloodbath in terms of goals. But right now, Elche only 2 goals behind just because final pass has been a tad off at times. And I think that ball from Koundé needed to be either in front of Rashford or a different option. And again,
or Lamine Yamal, who is overlapping.
The
advantage was on the right side.
I agree.
With sending the ball across, Elche were allowed a few milliseconds to get back.
Completely. And then that ball from Rashford even is maybe a tad rushed, and he wanted to go first time, of course. When you're in the attack and running forward, you don't want to give time for Elche to get back in. Here's De Jong. Now Rashford again. Nice from Rashford. Ferran got it caught under his feet, and easy for Bigas to get in there, although Ferran had been judged to have fouled his man. There's Olmo, Robert, about to come on back here for the first time.
It's Olmo time.
His injury.
It's Olmo time. He's going to come back on. Good news for Hansi Flick. This, never-ending list of injured players he's had. Dani Olmo comes back for Fermin.
A nice rest for Fermin too. That we'll take that. So 25 minutes of rest for Barca's energy bunny in midfield, who goes off to a standing ovation here at Montjuic, by the way, and rightfully so. Fermin, he's been excellent again today. Brought all the energy to Barca's performance, and I must say, well deserving of his ovation. Olmo's back then after suffering that injury in the international break. He's back out on the pitch for Barça.
A round of applause for Dani Olmo. A round of applause for Fermin for his efforts. That was a lovely switch for the Marcus Rashford goal. I don't know if it counts as an assist or not, because then Marcus Rashford had to do a lot of the work still in bringing the ball down. Hector Fortes going to come on for Elche.
God, of course, that would mean Fermin's second assist of the day. So there you go. So 2 assists for Fermin today. Yeah, Hector Fortes is going to come on here for Elche in just a few moments.
Can you give me some of these for the return of Dani Olmo?
Get him in the chat, people.
Do it.
We're happy to have Olmo back.
The question is it Olmo time? Are we going to get the celebration?
Sure hope it is. He will definitely have, I'm going to say this, he's going to have at least one good chance before today's up, Olmo.
Okay, that's a good call.
He's going to have at least one good chance. Well, the way this is going, there's going to be chances for everyone, because here come Barca again. De Jong into space. It's Rashford. Elche leaving lots of gaps. Rashford looked like he was fouled. Surely, no. Referee not having it. Rashford's down in a heap, by the way, over there. It looked like a body check to me, or was it just shoulder to shoulder? Well, I think a little bit forceful for my liking, as it were. Elche going to come down the other end themselves. They may well kick this out in a moment, because Rashford is still down.
No, they're going to continue to play.
Or not. Well, this will be controversial if it ends up in the back of the net. Here they come. Ball to the far side. The shot comes in, and well, round the back, surely off the post. Elche, seconds away from putting the ball in the back of the net, and Eddie Garcia's running all the way up to the referee. He's fuming. Elche, well, I'll tell you what, game could have changed in a heartbeat again, couldn't it?
Yeah, we're seeing it again. Oh, it's a head clash.
Yeah.
It's a head clash.
Oh, yeah.
So Marcus Rashford runs into Affengruber, but there is a head clash there. Face into the side of the head of Affengruber. And Elche, do what Barca do. Play until the referee stops playing. You can't fault Elche for it, because it's the Barca philosophy as well. I'm not going to stop until you, referee, tell me to stop. Rashford's saying right now to the referee, hey,
It was a head injury.
I crashed into Affengruber's head.
Yeah.
Elche came very close to scoring there. Rafa Mir, a second time he hits the post there.
Wow. Yeah.
And the thing I didn't like is that Barca sort of stopped defending.
Yeah, in the hope that it would eventually be stopped.
Tech gets a...
Did he get a touch on that?
Yeah, gets a touch on it.
Well, a good save by Tech then. Yeah, what confused me is that if it's a head injury, as frustrating as it can often be, even if you know it's not severe, which you didn't know in that occasion,
no,
you should stop the game, just in case. But Referee elected to play on, and Barça were nearly punished for, as you said, Robert, switching off really since the fact. And
yeah,
in the end,
fortunately, it's going to be anecdotal. Just something that occurred during the game, but I mean, I'm not going to fault Elche for it because
they play to the whistle. I agree, and often teams can get punished for that. In people saying, oh, you shouldn't play to the whistle. You should kick the ball out, but it's not their job.
There's a rule that says it's the referee's decision to stop the game.
Yeah.
Pedro Vigas, by
changes.
the way, yeah. Unfortunate for him that he has to walk off injured. Hector Ford's going to come on.
Yeah, you'd imagine Ford will come on for Bigas, so maybe a bit of a reshuffle at the back. Maybe Elche will go out of their back three. I'll wait and see in a moment. Santiago's also going to be coming on here for Elche. He's on for Valera. More of a winger option.
Pablo, you know what I never did?
Hit me.
I never shouted out
yes.
the new...
It's true that they've probably...
new members signing up for the basic pack.
They've probably been waiting, thinking, you promised us. When's our moment? It's now.
Now's the moment. Wait a minute, wrong button. They wear the badge or the crest on their chest, and they signed up for the basic pack. It's Aylar 77, Samuel Sauyai 2337, Riadas Lani. By the way, Pablo, interrupt me if Barca attack here. If Barca can create an opportunity, because it's a long list. Minu 1987. Hey, that's my year. Draw 1248, Zera S, Mateo Medina, Joshua Gonzalez, Lara Mukaled, Kim Jae Young, Lee Yuan Shi, Joanas, Gabriel Ranzi, Katarzi Nazovic, sorry, NK Caxus, Raichu 89, Santiago, W5V5K, Cesar Caballero, Fahrana Prilian, Axelona. Wow, this is a long list.
Look at them all.
My God. Ashutosh Kumaria, Candy Mawoods, Oscar Michalski, Don Jerry McGill, and 2 UK, 3 RB. Thank you all.
Thank you, people. That's one of the longest lists you've had to read out there, Robert.
Yeah,
and those are just the basics.
Just the basics, yeah. Oh, by the way, there were a few who signed up during the game. See if I can scroll up the live.
Get them up.
Here.
Get them up.
Let's see. Shout out to all of them, of course. El Dios del Trueno. We welcome a new premium member.
Ooh.
Dios del Trueno, eh?
That's some name, now.
That's some name, yeah. We've got ex-soccer signing up for the basic pack as well. We have Otto Lastor, basic pack as well, and Mauri Gameth, who also signed up. So thank you all for becoming new members. Shout out to all of you. Say hi if I just mentioned your name, and I probably botched a couple of them.
You did well, honestly. There were a few in there, and you did well. You did well, and I'm sure that they're grateful for it as well. And hopefully they're all watching on, and hopefully they're all getting involved with the live chat too. And now that they've got that perk, get your flags in there, get your hearts in there, get the Barca support in there, because we are playing some good football so far today. Watch out, because Elche are trying to get one back themselves. They're going to win a corner. That shot that goes off Hector Ford, funnily enough, who's coming at left back, and it's going to go behind for a corner. The striker, he played left back on a good few occasions for Barca.
Yeah.
Never scored for us.
No, came very close. He hit the post one day, didn't he? Was it not in a Clásico?
Did he?
I think it was in a Clásico. I think he hit the post in a Clásico.
Or
was it in the game against Espanyol, maybe? Can't remember.
As it were, he's tried to get in there, and twice in 2 minutes, in 30 seconds, I should say, Hector Ford trying to get shots away. Well, here we go.
Levy's going to come on.
As is Gerard Martin. Double change coming up for Barca. Lewandowski is back, and that is music to my ears. Get him on there.
Get them both on there. But yeah, Robert Lewandowski on the pitch. He will replace Marcus Rashford. And Gerard Martin, as per usual, will replace Alejandro Balde. Robert Lewandowski back in the squad. Very positive news for Hansi Flick to get the top scorer of last season back in there, back involved. And let's see if we can see him score today.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I'm happy to see both Rashford and Balde getting rest. That's what you were saying, Robert, with the games we've got this week. We need to rest up some players if we can. Rashford's played a lot of football in recent weeks, purely because there haven't been that many winger options. So I'm really happy that he's getting some rest, and of course he leaves with another goal to his name. Valdez, he's fine, I think.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's good.
Calmly walking off, nonchalantly walking off Alejandro Valdez.
And Alvaro's going to come on too here up top. Ex-Real Madrid, he's going to be coming on for André da Silva. So there you go. Also a change for Elche.
The last time that Lewandowski played was almost a month ago, Pablo. It was that game against Sevilla, the 4-1 defeat.
Wow, was it? Yeah, God, yeah. Of course, yeah. The penalty chance he had, of course, yeah. Lewandowski. And then the international break came with Poland, and that's where he fell to injury. We definitely missed him in this time period. I really feel that, and very happy to have him back on the pitch. Thankfully, he hasn't missed too many games. What is that? 3 in total he's had to miss?
He missed everything coming back. Girona, Olympiacos,
Real Madrid.
Oh, there you go. Well, yeah.
It's not horrific. Do you know what I mean?
It felt a bit longer, yeah.
It did, honestly, and well, it's not terrible in the end. So quick recovery from Lewandowski. There's Gerard Martin, first involvement from him.
By the way, what the substitution has meant is that Ferran moves to the left wing.
Yes,
Lewandowski
right.
plays as a striker.
Right. Yeah. There you go. So Ferran off the left now. Lewandowski down the middle for Barça. Lamine, of course, stays on the right. And as you say, Gerard Martin, just a straight swap at left back. It's a sub that Flick likes to make.
Oh, he does, yeah.
Gerard Martin there. Happy to see that ball go out of play. 15 minutes to go here at Montjuic. I said that Olmo was definitely going to get a clear chance a little bit. I'm not quite sure he will. Maybe taking that back, because the game has changed a little bit, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think we were calling for a bit more calm, and I think we've got it, actually. It's not quite as end-to-end. It's not quite as open. Barça aren't committing as many bodies forward. They're playing a more conservative, calm game. I don't think it's a bad thing. I really don't.
No. We talked about it up until the third goal, really. We felt maybe a little bit too exposed in that, in the back and forth, in the toma y daca, as they call it here. Obviously, it was exciting when Barca had an opportunity to run, but it did give Elche opportunities to do exactly the same. Barca have somehow managed to just quieten things down, which I think from now until the end of the game would be interesting to maintain it that way. Careful here.
It would. It's exactly what Barca don't want. Here come Elche, and the shot from Mir is straight down the throat of Chesney. Didn't quite catch it there, Rafa Mir. And Barca will take that. Yeah, we don't want to concede another one. Not now. In fact, I think we would definitely sign at 3-1 right now. It's the win that we would need, of course, after the defeat in El Clasico. It keeps Barca up the right end of the table. That's an inventive ball around the back from De Jong. He was offside of Ferran, and De Jong was frustrated that he was too.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask the fans a question as well. Which is your favourite goal of the game so far? Is it option 1, Lamine Yamal, the first goal? Option 2, Ferran, the second goal? Option 3, Rashford, the third goal? For me, it's the third. Yeah. I always love it when it slams onto the top of the crossbar and then bounces back down.
I have to agree. It's the most emphatic, isn't it? I must say the two in the first half are really lovely. They were well built. I think the first one especially, how calm Lamine is, the way he takes the goal is excellent. But I'm going to go for Rashford's too. It was brilliant. Here's Ferran. He wins it back up the pitch. Ferran Torres. Lamine Yamal, and he blazes it over the top of the crossbar. Big chance goes awry for Barça.
I was going to say there's a mention of goal and Barca.
Yeah. Barca, we'll
come close.
We'll throw another one in the mix to have a debate on. Yeah, that's what Ferran's great at. He works hard without the ball, wins it back well. And I mean, I just can't keep it down. It's a good chance for a player of his caliber. It really is. Araujo waiting for it to go in.
They always tell you as a kid, when you take a shot with the ball coming to you, you can't take it with your back.
Yeah, don't lean back. Yeah,
you can't lean back. Careful.
Oh dearie me, watch out there. Hector Fort, good ball on the back, and again, you know who, Rafa Mir. He's put on the end of everything.
He's everywhere, this guy.
And he nearly got that one in the back of the net too. It's one of those games, chance after chance at both ends. Would have been tight for offside. Wow, very tight. Chesney, I think, had it covered at the near post at least anyway.
Got some answers in here from the live chat. Dardo Gaming says the Rashford goal. Magic OYT also. The Rashford goal. Alia says it's the Lamine Yamal one. It's Moses says the Lamine Yamal one. Janet Louise says the Ferran goal as well. So got a wide variety of opinions.
I mean, they were all good goals. They really were. I mean, even the Ferran one, the way Fermin won it back, I thought was brilliant. The way he then pounced up the field was great, you know.
Yep.
And Ferran, right place, right time to stick it away. But, I mean, I'm with you, Robert. The way it crashes off the crossbar is always a favourite of mine. Just the effect it makes, you know. It's like the goal he scored in Newcastle, isn't it? It's just...
Bang, bang.
Yeah, you just love to see it, man.
There you go. Recovery by Koundé.
Good from Koundé. Right, can Barça break away here? Good defending. Denies Lamine from breaking clear. Good from Pedrosa. Inside here. And a super ball on the back too. Right idea, wasn't it? But just couldn't quite find its intended target. And Barça, there's a bit of a calm around the stadium, and we'll take that for now. We're just keeping things calm. Santiago tried to get in there, by the way. Pass from Mendoza.
I'll tell you what, you know who might be a bit nervous now? He might not even remember what I'm mentioning, but Paul Martinez with his score prediction.
Yeah.
He's 1 goal away, and it's a special day for him as well. We'll talk about it later in the post-game, but this one is a special one for him. So it would be fitting that he got his prediction right.
It would be some way to send off, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
4-1 would be the exact score we needed today as well, Robert.
Well, I mean, exact, I don't know. 4-0 would have been better. But yeah.
A big win by 3 goals. I mean, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Here come Elche themselves. Shuffled wide here. Can they get the cross in the middle? Gerard Martinez watching closely for Barça.
We know from the game against Olympiacos that Barça will keep going until the end.
Yes. I mean, I'm hoping that the more Elche come forward, the more chances we get. But I just think the game is nowhere near as open right now. For example, when Elche have got the ball, we're completely behind the ball. We've got everyone behind. And that means that then when we turn it over, we don't have as many options down the other end of the pitch to capitalise. Referee said nothing wrong with that, which is quite surprising. And the ball is not quite going to find Ferran in behind.
Well, I mean, Ferran, he's been running around all game long. Yeah, that was a bit of a stretch, believing that he'd be able to make that one. Yeah,
that one was basically saying, I'm not gonna go for that one. That looked offside. It was offside. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, well, 10 minutes to go here. Barca in control, but be happy to see this just end as it is.
Yeah, I completely agree. We're just taking things away. And then Sarabia's going to move his bench for one final time. Giving some final instructions there. And is there another change coming up for Barça, maybe?
Could be.
Bernal, I think, potentially we're going to be coming on here.
We'll see. We'll get confirmation in a second. There's another window, at least, to be used as Lamine Yamal plays.
Ooh, good idea from Lamine. Oh, well, I see Rooney, is that with his shirt off?
That's Rooney, Bardghji, and Dro.
Okay.
Rooney, Bardghji, and Dro are the players who are going to come on. So I'm always excited to see Dro.
Yeah, I mean he's a very exciting player. He got the assist on Champions League debut, didn't he? Which was great against Olympiacos, and we saw him speak outside La Masia the other day.
Yeah, true. This week, yeah.
In English as well.
Yeah, fantastic English.
I know, brilliant. So well done to Dro. Hopefully we'll.
What can't he do?
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see some nice minutes from him. And Rooney, I'm always excited to see when he comes on. I'm a bit of a Rooney fan, you know. I just think he's an exciting winger who, as a sub winger, is almost perfect for what we need right now. And
I see the first Rooney goal.
Yeah, completely. I mean, he and Dro scored, remember, Robert, against Vissel Kobe. Watch out here, there could be a Barça fourth. It's Lewandowski, and it just got away from them. Jean Martin wins it back. Casado wide to Lamine. He steps inside of it. Todd Ford as if he wasn't there. It's still Lamine Yamal. He's got a lot of players to beat here, but he's still going, Lamine. John tries to come in, and as does Casado. Well done to Elche. They did well in the end, surrounded Lamine and won the ball back, and that's not a bad ball around the back either themselves. Well, Barça left a bit exposed at the back again. Rafa Mir. Is that offside? No. Good run. Koundé, easy. Gets it away.
I'll tell you what, this is a game of very hard work by Marc Casado, having to cover a lot of ground. In these open games, the player who plays more the holding midfielder position has to run around like a madman, trying to cover up the spaces that have been left unguarded. And he's done some sensational work today.
He has, yeah. Almost like perfect for a game like this where there's so many distances to cover, because he's willing enough to cover them, isn't he?
Yeah.
This is a good battle we're seeing between Lamine and Hector Fort.
Two good friends.
Yes. Down at Elche's left, Barca's right. Oh, nearly there from Lamine, tries to get his man in behind. Look at Casado again diving in there. He's everywhere right now. And what we're seeing now is more the pattern that we've seen so far of the game. It's end-to-end. Alvaro trying to get away from Araujo. Back to Hector Fort.
It's been a couple of minutes already since we saw Draw and Rooney Bardghji waiting to
the ball's just not gone out.
No, it hasn't, because both teams like to have the ball. Elche's not going to be one to punt it forward and see it go out for a throw-in.
Hector Fort with a switch over to the far side, so they'll have to wait a little bit longer. Yeah, they went from maybe getting 10 minutes here to getting something more like 5. And well, Barca will hope that they don't come on with just 1 goal in this. He's also feeling pretty calm right now. This can change at any moment. Good defending. Gerard Martin watched it all the way around the back. Olmo, Lewandowski, De Jong. Well, I thought Olmo and Lewandowski were going to have plenty of chances here, Robert. Not really had them so far.
Well, there's time left still. I'm wondering what chances Rooney Bardghji and Draw are going to get in this, because neither team want to relinquish control of the ball. Neither team want to play that pass that's going to go too long or too wide.
That's not a bad thing for Barca right now. I'll take that all day, actually.
Yeah.
But you even see there Lamine. He's happy to just cut back inside, calm things down, and that's very much the pattern of play so far now for Barca.
There's been parts of the game, or most of the game, in which Barca has embraced the chaos and tried to make it play to their advantage. Now it seems like, okay, well, if we just keep control of this. I mean, I may be wrong once again, because Lamine Yamal's going forward.
And he's found Olmo, and it's Lewandowski, in fact, who's got on the end of the ball, and he couldn't quite get a clean shot away. It's deflected him behind. You'd imagine for a corner, or maybe it goes up for a throw-in the end.
He looked for an option behind Lewandowski there. Didn't quite see a pass.
Yeah, I mean, if he had the little reverse ball into him, surely now Barca will make the subs, by the way, no?
Well, you can see Draw's frustrated there. He was like just walking around back and forth.
And he's thinking, am I coming on or not?
No.
And he's not coming on here either.
No. Flick reluctant to make the substitution when the ball is that high up, maybe.
Here's De Jong. Now Ferran. Back to De Jong. Araujo. Rooney and Dross still waiting, as you can see on your screens on the touchline. Eric. Inside to Frenkie de Jong, who's also been excellent in there with Castle. Positive signs, though, in the middle of the park with those two today. Positive, of course, with Pedri's injury that, well, they may have to do a bit of work themselves in coming weeks. Here comes Lamine. And easy for Peña.
See, even now, it's Iñaki Peña catching the ball, slowing things down. And Elche going to want to keep the ball with the seconds ticking by. And poor old Rooney Bardghji and Draw. Just seeing, I mean, I think that they were ready in the 81st, so five minutes have gone by.
I want to see how long this goes on for. It could end here, because that's going to be a free kick to Elche, and
it's going to happen now. Oh no, Elche didn't allow it to happen, and the referee didn't either.
That's it, if it's their free kick, and Flick's not happy, as you can see. He can't believe it. He wanted the subs brought on now. He's not going to get them. John now. Good play by the Elche centre-back. Wide here now then. Here's a chance to get the ball in the back of the net. Santiago gets in. There's John with a diving header. Well, man, he's off the bench. Brought the ball up himself. And now finally, with 2.5 minutes left of action of the 90 plus some added on, we will see Rooney Bardghji and Dross step onto the field for Barca.
See who they replace. Lamine Yamal is one of the players coming off. Ferran Torres the other. So, round of applause for the scorers of our first and second goal today. Lamine Yamal and Ferran Torres. Rooney Bardghji and Draw get token minutes in this game. We'll see how much they can make the most of it.
Yeah, good minutes again from Lamine. I think that's maybe the best we've seen him in a long time. Actually, Robert today looked really sharp. He really did. And Ferran also delighted for him to get back amongst the goals. He'll be happy with that. He maybe could have had more with the spaces that Elche left him behind. But both those players on the score sheet, and a job well done from them. And now just some minutes for Draw and Rooney, which is always exciting too for my younger players. Casador's flick on. First action for Dro, who's going to be playing on the left wing here. Just slip from De Jong there. Dro playing on the left, as he did against Olympiacos, actually, where he got the assist for Fermin. Fermin playing more centrally. Dro off the left. That's a decent ball in behind. It's Rafa Mir again, who
They haven't given up. They haven't given up.
No.
Actually.
I mean, you can see why they've won points this season, because they're a side who've got points. They've got plenty going forward, and they play an attractive brand of football, an attractive style of football. But with just 1 minute here to go, I think they're beaten here, and I think they're well beaten, actually, deservedly beaten. I think we've been the better team, Barça, and for all their good effort, they've also given up a hell load of chances that Barça on another day could have made even more of.
There could have been more goals, definitely. Barca have had some good opportunities. I'm thinking of a couple of Lamine Yamal chances which went flying over the crossbar, which on another given occasion could have gone in. A couple of good saves by Iñaki Peña as well. Araujo was just down on the ground, needing to be stretched. It seemed like it was just cramps. But I want to get this question in before the end of the game, Pablo, because I want to see what the level of excitement is among the YouTube members who can comment on our live chat. Careful there, as Olmo tried to play it through to Bruni Bardaggi. What are you looking forward to the most this week, Barca fans? Is it the return to the Champions League, Bruges Barca? The open doors at Spotify Camp Nou. Open doors training Friday at 11 a.m. in the morning, which we'll be showing to you live. Or Celta Barça, option 3, next weekend, the last game before the international break.
Oh, all three, eh? I think...
Busy week, eh?
It's a busy week, yeah. I'm looking forward to the open doors training a lot. I want to see the Barça fans back inside the Spotify Camp Nou. How exciting is that? And I'm sure they are all very excited too. I am looking forward to Champions League returning, Robert. I love a Champions League night.
Champions League is always special.
I love a Champions League night. I think Bruges is going to be an interesting proposition for us. I mean, I'm confident we can win.
There's no easy away game, Pablo, in the Champions League. No easy away game.
I might just be leaning towards the Bruges game.
Okay.
Celta, I'm not as looking forward to because I think it's going to be a hard game.
It's always tough at Balaidos. We always have a very... it's one of those... Balaidos and the Reale Arena, or former Anoeta, those are the two stadiums... obviously the Coliseum. I mean, that's the biggest winner of games that I dread throughout the season. But, never easy at Balaidos, never easy at away at Real Sociedad either. I'm quite looking forward to that, to seeing the atmosphere at Spotify Camp Nou, seeing the stadium, going back home.
To be back there is going to be crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it just feels like so long now, obviously, and that's going to be really special. Very much looking forward to that. That's on Friday, right? And Wednesday we got Bruges, and of course Sunday Celta. It's non-stop and perfect timing to be involved in the Barca YouTube community. Make yourself a premium member, get involved with the chat, get involved with all the content we've got coming up, of course, and make yourself known in that chat. Barca here, 3 minutes away from picking up a very important 3 points in La Liga. There's Szczesny taking charge of that, and rightly so.
Look at that.
2 minutes played, and Poland to Poland there, because Szczesny all the way to Lewandowski. What a ball, what a touch. And he's going to calm things down here. The Pole all the way back now to De Jong, very much being the pattern of play. I'd say for about 10-15 minutes now, actually. It's not a new thing. Here's De Jong, though. If Barca see a chance to strike again, they'll take it, no doubt. It's Olmo. I made that bold statement. I thought he's going to get a chance, and he hasn't.
Yeah, I have to insist, Frankie De Jong, what a performance today.
Yeah.
He's in my candidates for player of the match today.
Completely, yeah. He's run the show in there, hasn't he, really? Set the tempo for Barca.
And the tempo... which needed to be high, yeah.
It's been a very high tempo indeed. There's De Jong. Good step up.
Lewandowski was looking for it in space there. Hasn't really been able to get a sniff of an opportunity. There was that one chance on the turn in which his shot got blocked. And unfortunately for him, he came on in the minutes in which the game had sort of calmed down.
Yeah, I think him and Olmo were probably thinking, rubbing their hands together on the touchline, thinking, get us on. And when they came on, actually, it was pretty calm by then. I mean, I'm even thinking Fermin obviously got the assist for the Rashford goal, and even after that, things slowed down. We just saw a graphic from La Liga that Barça have had less possession than Elche today. Remarkable. We've had all the chances. And maybe we have another one here with Koundé, with Olmo. Back to the Frenchman. Oh, and he couldn't get it around the back to Rooney.
They've been looking for Rooney and for Robert Lewandowski, the teammates. Just haven't been able to find them.
Yeah, hasn't quite gone through to them, has it yet? Rafa Mir, bright spark for Elche, I'd say. He's looked threatening every time he's come forward.
Got a goal and hit the post twice.
Yeah. And it could have been a different game, remarkably, for Elche, who, as I say, I think are well beaten today, and Barça thoroughly deserving of their goals and probably more. Good tackle on Alho, but he came through Alvaro to do it.
Well, final minute, seems like job done. We're still going to be 5 points behind Real Madrid after their thrashing of Valencia last night. And I insist, November has only just started. Let's hope that, by the way, it doesn't resemble last year's November in any way. Let's hope that the SHIT part of it was reserved for October. Was reserved for October this year, and that we can have a calmer November.
Yeah, it was a tricky October. I think injuries-wise, the defeat to Sevilla, the defeat to PSG, to Real Madrid, it was a tricky one. It really was. And there you go. We're not going to have time for the throw-in, so it ends at Montjuic here. Barça 3, Elche 1. Job done, really, for the Catalans at home there, Robert, I'd say.
Job done, definitely. The most important thing today was the 3 points to get back some good sensations. Eder Sarabia will be kicking himself because he will feel that his team was in with a chance. Reminder, in the second half, Rafa Mir hit the post twice, but Barça, with goals by Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres and Marcus Rashford, got the job done. 5 points behind Real Madrid, and on we go with the month of November.
Absolutely a deserved victory for Barça today. They started very well early on, and despite being paid back by Rafa Mir, it was Rashford who wins the MVP, who got that third and important goal for Barça. It means they stay 5 behind Madrid. There's one game to go before the international break. It comes away to Celta. Here it ends. Barça 3, Elche 1.
Three important points as we see the Barca players gather in midfield, saluting their good friend Héctor Fort, Iñaki Peña as well. Ferran Torres important in this one, scoring Barca's second. Lamine Yamal broke the deadlock early in the game. It was a chaotic game, one that we're going to be analysing fully in our post-game show. Stay tuned if you want to hear the reactions of our players. We'll be hearing from the protagonist of this game, from Hansi Flick as well. And it's an interesting one to analyse, this one, Pablo.
It is an interesting one to analyse. I think Barça showed the reaction they needed to after the Clásico defeat. There was a lot of good. I think Elche enabled a lot of our good as well, but that's not to say we didn't take it. It was a different sort of Barça game. It was fun. It was energetic a lot of times, and then it cooled down towards the end. I think it had a lot to like for Barça. We're still missing players. We saw Olmo and Lewandowski back on the pitch, despite the fact that they didn't really have much to do with the ball. But hey, I think Barça showed a lot of what we wanted from them today. They were lively. They were emphatic with the way they went forward. And ultimately, they got what we really needed. And what I said from minute one in this programme, we need to win today.
Right, well, we're going to take a couple of minutes to gather our thoughts. Stick with us because we're going to come to you with interviews with our players and with Hansi Flick. A lot of Barça Elche talk, and we'll talk about the upcoming week as well. Well, Barca got back on the winning track. 3-1 against Elche at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic in an unorthodox Barca performance, not one that we're used to. One more in transition. Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres and Rashford were the scorers in this Matchday 11 win at home. And we can listen to one of the protagonists, one of the scorers of tonight's game, of this afternoon's game. Ferran Torres spoke to Paul Martinez.
Ferran Torres, bona nit, felicitats per la victòria treballada i alhora també crec que victòria molt important per vosaltres.
Sí, veníem d'una derrota, necessitàvem guanyar aquí a casa amb la nostra gent, crec que ha sigut un partit molt treballat on no s'han ficat les coses complicades, però bueno, lo important són els 3 punts.
En les celebracions, en el gol de Lamine, en el teu gol, es notava que l'equip avui estava especialment motivat.
Sí, estaven motivats, avui era un dia que tenien que tornar a divertir-se dintre del camp, a tornar el nostre espírit, aquest espírit que la temporada passada ens identificava i crec que l'estem trobant.
Ferran, un altre gol especial, gol número 50 amb la samarreta del Barça, no sé si ho sabies.
No ho sabia, la veritat, molt content, espero que siguin molts més i estic segur que sí.
Escolta, hi ha una dedicatòria especial.
Sí, dedicatòria especial, ha sigut una setmana especial i no hi ha que oblidar-se de la gent que ha sigut damnificada i bueno, res, volíem anar-los un recordatori.
Ferran, gràcies, felicitats i a seguir.
Gràcies.
Words there of Ferran Torres, scorer of Barca's second goal, with a special dedication, remembering the victims of the floodings of last year in Valencia. It was just this week, the first anniversary of those terrible floodings, and Ferran Torres with that special celebration in commemoration of that. The Shark, who came back last week against Real Madrid. Not sure if he was 100% ready or not for that, but he showed that he is ready now. He put in a fantastic performance today. He led the line in pressure. He was Barca's number 9. He found the net. He had opportunities. Ferran Torres saying there in the interview with Paul that the team wants to get its spirit back.
Yeah.
That they've sort of been lacking that maybe in this month of October, and that they want to have fun on the pitch again. And today it looked like, I mean, some stretches they did have a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I love what you said there about today was a day to have fun on the pitch again. I couldn't agree more, and I think that's exactly what Barca did. Yeah. Maybe Elche helped us in the way they played, sure. I mean, I think if you come up against a Getafe here who just say, hey, 10 men behind the ball, have fun, try and get through that. It's a different game. Of course it is. But look, Barca took their chances at the end of the day, and we got enough goals to keep Elche out. And we played fun, attractive football, exciting football. From Ferran's personal point of view, 6 goals for him now this season, 5 in the league, of course. He's having a good season. He now is one of maybe the number 9 that Flick's seen as his number 9. I think you're right. He probably wasn't 100% fit against Madrid, but he looked good again tonight. And he's a player who makes things happen. He makes chances happen. He's excellent at linking up with his teammates. And again, I thought today we saw a good performance from Ferran. Probably still has levels to go to. He'll know that. And as he said, he didn't even know he'd reached 50 goals in a Barca shirt, but he had. And his 50th is a nice way to mark it with a victory too.
Well, an important win for Barca, this one, because of the absences, because last week, of course, we lost in El Clásico and we didn't want to go 8 points behind Real Madrid as the standings are right now. Barca are 5 points behind Xavi Alonso's side. We'll see what happens next week heading into the international break. But, Pablo, I said it was an unorthodox win today for Barca because of the nature of it, because of how it happened. The 2 early goals, a clear example. Elche came out dominating. I think, Mark, if you can get the stats on our screen, Barca lost the possession battle today, which is very, very unusual for Hansi Flick's side. Elche had the ball for long stretches of time inside of Barca's half. There you go, the stats on our screens. Barca did, in fact, lose that. I mean, it's almost even, but it's 51% for Elche, a team that were in the second division last year under coach Eder Sarabia. That was maybe to be expected, that Elche were going to be brave in their approach, were going to want to have the ball. What did that mean, though? That Elche were playing very high up on the pitch, and that there was a lot of space to exploit when Barca recovered the ball. And that's how the 2 goals came. And many more could have come, to be honest.
I have to agree. And I almost hate to say this because, like, they were almost their own worst enemy, Elche. And it's one of those things, isn't it, Robert, where when teams come here and they don't play at all, they just sit behind the ball, it's frustrating, but you understand why they do it, right? Because Elche today, who played well, if you like, in terms of possession, they beat Barça on possession. Maybe no other team will do that away from home this season against the Catalans. So it's not an easy thing to do, but they've left, in my opinion, having not really created enough for how much possession they had and having really conceded a lot more goals, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. And they'll feel they got away with a few today. Barça will feel they let them off the hook a few times. So that's where Elche shot themselves in the foot just a little bit. Look, I wouldn't say don't play like that. I think it's brilliant to play like that. You should be playing like that. And they'll beat a lot of other teams.
I say thank you, Elche.
For having a bit of football in La Liga.
Prove those people wrong, those people who say that, oh, you can't play that brand of football if you don't have Xavi and Iniesta, if you don't have Pedri and De Jong and Dani Olmo. You can only play that brand of football if you have certain quality players. Hey, look, Elche, with a modest budget, have a coach who believes in that style of football, who wants to play an attacking style of football, and who's got them organised to do so. Today, Elche walk away with 3-1 defeat. Hey, they had 2 opportunities that hit the post, and they caught Barca unguarded a few times. So I applaud Elche for their efforts today. I did ask during the game, Pablo, as we're seeing that we're waiting for players to come to our interview area, so we'll go to Paul as soon as he's got players in that mix zone, in that interview area. I did ask at one point in the game, are Barca accepting the challenge? Are Barca okay with the, okay, your turn, my turn?
Yeah, I think today we were. I think usually we're maybe not, because I'm not sure we're suited to do that as a team. Yeah. But we've definitely got the players to adapt to it. You look at Fermin. De Jong's a great example. Wow. You got Fermin and De Jong, who are great examples in midfield of players who can drive through space. Ferran Torres, Rashford especially coming from England, his style of play. Balde from left back. They're players who love space. I think today we took it. We really did, because we're so often in La Liga, we're so often against teams who put everyone behind the ball. I'm thinking a few weeks back to Real Sociedad, actually, who they had about 15% possession at one stage, and today Elche have had 51. So, we often have to encounter that. Today it was the opposite, and I think we took that. I think the players could sense it. They were saying, hey, okay, let's let Elche have the bit of the ball, and then bang, we'll pounce. We'll pounce, and then we'll get the ball back. And we saw that for the first 2 goals. Even the third, they were caught off guard, and there could have been a lot more, like I said. It wasn't just the goals where we caught Elche cold. We had plenty of other chances to extend our lead. I think usually a Barça team would say, oh, it's a bit too end-to-end. And we were saying by 3-1 it was a bit too much and just calm things down. But whilst it was, 0-0, we were like, yeah, great. This works for us. We got the players to do it. Let's take it.
There's that cliche that says, well, it's an entertaining game for the viewer, for the fan who's at the stadium, for the neutral. Yeah. But the coaches will be hating this. I'll be interested to listen to Hansi Flick when he comes to the interview area there to see what Hansi has to say, because I'm sure he'll be frustrated with things that have happened. He'll be super happy with the win. I think it's very necessary. He was returning to the bench today, by the way, after serving that one game of suspension. He'll be happy that without the likes of Rafinha and Lewandowski in the starting lineup, his front 3 can score a goal each. Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres and Marcus Rashford, with Fermin making important contributions as well in that attacking midfielder position. Let's remind fans that before the season started, I believe it was, or right after the first game, Hansi Flick says, I wasn't all that satisfied with Fermin at the beginning of the pre-season, but he's kicked it up a notch in the last couple of weeks, and he's certainly done so since returning from injury. I insist that game against Girona, in which he could have easily scored. He found the net 3 times, scored a hat-trick against Olympiacos. He scored again in El Clásico to help Barca have a chance to take away something positive from the Bernabeu. And today he offered an assist, and then I'm not sure if they're going to give him the assist for the Rashford goal, because there's a lot of Rashford work after receiving that switch from Fermin. But regardless, Fermin, I agree with you. Given space, he can run in there. He can wreak havoc. He's always dangerous. He's got good decision making. He can assist. He can score. And right now, in the absence of the players who are still out, Fermin is a very important piece in the Hansi Flick system. Oh, he's massive. I completely forgot that Flick said that. You just rejogging my memory there that he said that about Fermin. It's fascinating, isn't it? Because
the step up he's made, you're right. I mean, first few games he was more out of favour. Olmo was starting. First 3, I think he starts Olmo.
There was the uncertainty as well with a lot of the talk of the transfer. Then Fermin went on to say, "Hey, look, there was never a doubt in my mind. I was always going to stay here." But there was a lot being said.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, and then it was the Valencia game where he scores 2 cracking goals, wasn't it? The first on his right foot, the second on his left. He was brilliant in that game, and then it was sort of like, this guy's here to stay, you know. And I know the window was shut, but the window was shut by then. But it was more like, I'm back and I'm back in form, and we saw that from Fermin. And he's just gone up since, and right now we're watching him, and he hasn't scored today, but when he's on the ball, you just feel like something's going to happen. He's got that aura about him right now, if you like. That I feel like he's got goals in him, he's got assists in him, like you say. Let's see if he gets 1 or 2. I hope it's 2. And he's made an excellent start this season, all things considered, I must say. With Olmo's injury, with the injuries we've had in attack, someone had to step up, not just in midfield, but in terms of output for goals. He's done just that. And for me, I almost say it every week on here, Robert, but he's got to be one of the first names on the team sheet, surely, with what he brings to the team.
Surely. And right now we've got the standings on our screens. Barca, those 5 points behind Real Madrid. Of course, important to stay in that second position. We've got another of the scorers of today's game, Marcus Rashford, next to Paul.
Good evening. Congratulations for this win. Important win for the team tonight.
Yeah, very important. It's always important after we lose a game to win the next game is the most important thing. So I'm very happy with this, and again we have to build some momentum and try to improve on this performance. But no, I'm happy today.
Before the champions, how important is this win for your confidence?
No, for sure. I think confidence is a huge thing in football, and the only way to get this is to work hard to win and to feel good with the relationships on the pitch. So I feel of course winning is helping this, but we just take it game by game and focus on ourselves, our team, and try to improve the performances.
You are the top scorer with Fermin and Ferran, the top assistant. How do you see in these first months here in Barcelona?
I just try to try to do the right things on the pitch. I think even today I could have more assists or more goal. Maybe sometimes the decision making to shoot or to pass was wrong today, but I am going to have days like this, and the important thing is always the team, and today we win. So I am very happy for this, and like I said before, it's important now to continue and to build because it's a very long season. Somebody mentioned before the injuries we have, but this is football, and the same 11 players is never going to win every game of football. So we have to continue to be a team and to show the spirit and the fight. We continue like this. I'm sure we have the quality and the willpower to win lots of football matches. So this is what my focus is not so much on the output, because in my opinion, if I'm doing the right things on the pitch and with the team, I will always be able to score and make assists. So my focus is with the team to connect with them and to feel comfortable, which I do right now. So
Marcus, congratulations. Thank you so much.
There you go, the words of Marcus Rashford talking to Paul there. Marcus Rashford, who says he's feeling comfortable with the team. That's his focus, his contributions. He's tied top scorer. He's the top player in assists in the team. Fitted in like a glove. And that was maybe one of the concerns of the callers. How does a player who was out of favour at Manchester United, who went out on loan last season at Aston Villa, going to fit in here into this Hansi Flick system? And he has proven that given the opportunity, given the minutes, granted, there's been injuries, but he's stayed fit and he's taken those opportunities and he's contributing perfectly, both combining that menace in space that we know he can be, but when Barca play positionally, he can also contribute.
He's having to adapt, I think, Rashford, and adapt to a new style of play at Barca, because it is very different to what he's used to. Less spaces, he has to be more careful with his pass, he has to link up with players a lot differently. I think he's doing a very good job. Numbers-wise, he's been excellent, actually, in terms of the goals he's getting, the assists he's getting. Surpassed probably even my expectations of numbers-wise. He's really producing. You can see his capabilities. Yeah. Chesney in the live the other day said, what Rashford's doing in training is like, when he wants to, he can do whatever he wants in training. And I found that really interesting too. He was like, if Rashford's on his day, that's that for like training. He can just score like as many as he wants, and you can see he's got the capacity in him. I think he's having a really good time at Barça, Rashford. I think he's enjoying himself. I mean, he's slowly linking up better and better with his teammates. You can see him communicating with them, and he's got a capacity with the ball, certainly to strike, that I don't think another player in our team does. The goal he got today, again today, was a great example. The goal against Newcastle, when he strikes on either foot, by the way, as we saw today with the left foot strike, he's got a rocket of an effort, and it really does catch opponents out. So I think he's got goals in him. I just want to see more and more from him. I think he's a player, his potential, his abilities at that. Just see it every week now from Rashford.
I was just thinking, it just popped into my mind. I might be wrong here, but think of the Lamine Yamal goal last season at the Bernabeu.
Yes.
Flip it, other side of the pitch.
Yeah.
Takes it outward.
And then,
smacks it onto the top of the crossbar, goes back in. Similar goal, I think. Or maybe the Lamine Yamal didn't hit
Lamine
the crossbar.
doesn't hit the crossbar as much. It
sort
of grazes it,
Yeah, it hits the top of the net. But no, the Rashford effect, I think, especially after the Newcastle goal, there's a feeling that is transmitted on screen, and that is probably there at the stadium as well, that when Rashford picks it up on the edge of the box, takes it to his right foot, cuts inside, there's something special's coming
off their seats.
And we haven't really seen another goal from outside the box, have we, by Marcus Rashford? But still, the menace is there. You know he can do it, and I wonder, like, with defenses, that's got to condition them as well.
Yeah,
they've got to commit.
I think he's a player that defenders are scared of. He can go past them. He can breeze past them with his pace and his power. And you're right, the shot he's got. You're right. He is one of those players. I mean, I think the fans are enjoying seeing him play, and they're thinking something could happen here. We know that it was a player who Flick wanted and who was really keen on getting him in. You can see why. He can play across the front three. He's probably become even more important early on to his Barca career than we thought he would with the injuries. And he's taking his chances well. I'm really happy he got a goal again today, because I think he needs to keep getting goals. As a second in LaLiga, fourth. He got 4 in the Champions League too, so 6 in all competitions. It's really good. He needs to keep scoring, Rashford. The input has to be there. And assist-wise, it certainly is there. But goals, we need them from Rashford. I need them from Rashford. And he'll know that in his head. He'll have a number in his head 100% to say, I've got targets I want to reach with this club. And every week, keep chipping away at
it. I think we've gone too far in this post-game show without mentioning Lamine Yamal's performance.
Yes,
We'd be remiss not to. Lamine Yamal is a player that, because of his character, because of his talent, because of what he does, is always going to be surrounded by noise. And when Lamine Yamal puts together a stretch of 2-3 games in which he's quieter than usual, or he doesn't come up with something spectacular, or he doesn't score a big goal, or he doesn't produce an assist, or he doesn't go outside of the boot, and there are going to be questions asked. Oh, what's going on with Lamine Yamal? Well, he's a human being, and he went through an injury, and I'm not sure. I mean, I don't have the medical updates. I don't know if Lamine Yamal has been 70%, 80%, 90%, 100%. I don't know. He didn't score or assist in the Clásico, and anyway, he came out today and showed, look, I'm still Lamine Yamal. I'm still good. I think he had, once again, a Lamine Yamal-like performance. I'm not only saying that because of the goal, because he was going at defenders. He was getting himself involved. He was. I think he had to play himself back into form.
Best we've seen Lamine in a good few weeks. And you're right in bringing out the fact of how harsh people look at Lamine right now. Yeah. I was thinking to myself, even Robert, I was like, if I count the games that I think he maybe hasn't quite been at it, I mean, I probably wouldn't even reach a full handful, maybe. And it made me think about how harsh it is. And even the performance from him today, I was just thinking, if he produced that performance when he was coming through, would we have all gone, that's the performance of the year? What is this kid doing? This is unbelievable. We're so used to it that he does what he does today, gets the goal. It was brilliant, took on a lot of players. He was excellent. Like I say, best we've seen him in a while. And we go, Yeah, that was better from Lamine. That was good from Lamine. That was decent, you know.
Go back 20 years to when a certain Argentinian 18-year-old was making his breakthrough in the first team. If he'd have produced a performance like that today, we'd be going nuts.
Yeah.
But Lamine Yamal is accustomed us from a very young age and underage age to greatness. And obviously, he did score or assist last week in a game which was very complicated for the entire team.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
The important thing is that slowly we're going to start to see the best version of Lamine Yamal once again. I thought he had a good performance today. I thought he was active. I thought he was involved. I thought he was creative. He got himself on the finishing end of things as well, which was important. He missed a couple of big opportunities which went over the crossbar because his body wasn't positioned the right way, maybe. But yeah, it's the Lamine we like to see. Right, we've got more protagonists. Marc Casador.
Punts avui que la sensació eren molt i molt importants.
Sí, avui era un partit que l'equip sabia que havíem de complir sí o sí, veníem d'una derrota dolorosa i bueno, crec que l'equip ha sigut molt seriós durant tot el partit i ens hem endut la victòria.
En les celebracions, sobretot les dues primeres, amb el gol de Ferran i de Lamine, es veien celebracions amb certs gestos de ràbia, de felicitat. Avui teníeu conscients que era un partit importantíssim.
Sí, totalment. És el que dic, no només per la classificació, per sumar els 3 punts, sinó també per les sensacions de l'equip. Crec que avui tot l'equip teníem com una ràbia dins de no poder haver-nos endut els 3 punts a l'últim partit i hem sortit amb tot i s'ha notat, hem sortit molt endollats, així han caigut els 2 primers gols i el que dius, hi havia com una sensació també a l'hora de celebrar els gols com de ràbia.
A nivell de confiança també, abans de l'estrena de la Champions una altra vegada, imagino que és important també.
Sí, totalment, que és el que et dic. Avui no era només el partit pels 3 punts, sinó també crec que per les sensacions de l'equip i crec que l'equip avui surt bastant reforçat d'aquest partit.
No sé si amb coses a millorar també l'equip de cara als pròxims partits.
Totalment, sempre. Crec que també la segona part hi ha hagut trams del partit on hauríem d'haver controlat una mica més el partit. És veritat que ells atacaven amb molta gent i quan perdien la pilota hi havia espais darrere i bueno, així s'han creat bastants gols, els nostres. Però també hi ha moments en els que hem de tenir sang freda, controlar el partit una mica més i així desgastar més el rival i no tant nosaltres.
Et faig l'última, gol número 50, Ferran Torres amb la samarreta del Barça, un jugador important. Què us aporta, Ferran?
Ens aporta moltíssim, al final és un jugador espectacular, la mobilitat que té, els gols que fot, ens encanta jugar amb en Ferran i al final tota la mobilitat, sobretot que et dona allà dalt, és espectacular.
Moltes gràcies, felicitats.
Merci.
Admitting that in the second half there were stretches in which the game got out of hand, that it's difficult sometimes not to get overzealous when Elche were attacking with he said they attacked with so many players that when they lost the ball it's impossible not to jump at the opportunity to just go straight and attack back, and sometimes the team needs to be just a bit more cool-headed and calm the game down.
Yeah, that's what we were seeing, wasn't it? Again, Robert, we've said it in weeks. Another autocritical player, self-critical, saying there's still things we need to improve on. We know that, and he mentioned that in particular. You know, it was so tempting, but I think last 10-15 minutes, Barça did go, look, we're going to drop 20 yards here, and when we do recover possession, we're just going to keep it. Yeah. And we're not going to go all the way down the other end, because then, like Casador said, we're just tiring ourselves out.
I thought that was interesting as well. He said, I mean, obviously when you're running, you get yourself tired as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just so end-to-end, and that might suit an Elche or whatnot. It might suit us as well. It did suit us in 2 or 3 times today, or more, that we missed. But there were times in the game that we need to learn how to manage it better and go, we don't want to run now. And I think, to be fair, today, I actually think we picked our moments quite well. I think we did it well enough in the first half. I thought we were really unfortunate to concede the way we did to Rafa Mir. It came out of nowhere, in my opinion. And in the second half, I agree with the fact that we had to keep going for Elche, at least for the first 20-25 minutes, until we got our 3rd goal. And then, fine, we can calm things down, which we did as well. So I'm not too unhappy with the way we dealt with the game today, actually.
No, I wonder what Hansi Flick will have to say. That Sarabia has stepped into the press room, and we'll be listening to Hansi Flick when that Sarabia press conference finishes. You just mentioned the goal we conceded, Pablo. Unfortunate that yet again we let a goal in. I mean, not a lot that Tech could have done in that one. It's a run into space by Rafa Mir. Araujo manages to get in front of him, and it's a quality finish by with Elche's Torres, number 10. He hit the post twice as well. But yeah, 8 games in a row for Barca without conceding. Conceding a goal without keeping a clean sheet, and we hope that it can happen in the coming games. Yeah, we really do. I mean, I was saying before kickoff, you were as well. We both went for clean sheets. We were just thinking, we want a clean sheet today, and I know Elche were good coming forward. I know they had chances. Rafa Mir in particular was lively. I still think today could have been a day we got a clean sheet. Like I say, the way their goal came around, it's a frustrating one. Flick will know that. It conditioned the game ultimately in the second half, but it wasn't to be today. Let's hope Bruges on Wednesday. Let's hope Celta next Sunday. I still think with the fact that we got the second goal, the 2-goal cushion back in the second half, it allowed Flick to at least ring the changes. We had rest for Rashford, for Balde, for Fermin, Lamine. I'm not even going to say Lamine because he only came off for 2 minutes, really. But for those 3 that I mentioned beforehand... It could have been 10, it was 2 in the end. But yeah. It was indeed, yeah. So at least the 3 beforehand got decent rest. So I still think with the 2-goal cushion, we were okay in that regard. But look, Flick and all the team will be thinking, we're due a clean sheet. But I do think with the way we play, you're less likely to keep a clean sheet. You, even if you win, like you might win, like you beat Olympiacos 6-1, for example, or today 3-1, because if you want to go forward so much, chances are you're going to leave spaces, and good chances are going to come about for the opposition. It's pretty much that simple. Right, well, while we wait for Hansi Flick, let's take another look at the top of the standings. Right now, Pablo, we keep that distance, that 5-point distance, which we learned from last year, of course, that nothing is won in October, nothing is won in December, nothing is won in November. I skipped November. We should have skipped November last year as well, seeing how it went. But yeah, a reminder for everyone, we got to the end of the year 6 points behind the league leaders, I believe, after that defeat against Atletico de Madrid, and then bounced back in January, February and March. So plenty of league to play, although Real Madrid are looking very good right now after that 4-0 win against Valencia yesterday. It's just all settled down. Barca need to stay consistent, keep going, keep chipping away, and keep themselves close, which we did right now. Obviously, today we would be saying a whole different thing maybe if this had ended in a draw or defeat, and you see them gaining more territory on us. But 5 points, November, still plenty of time to go. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's still early days, and I didn't want to have to call it a must-win game, but it sort of is. You don't want to really let Madrid start running away with things, and then Barca heads will start to drop if it gets too big too early on the gap. We'll think, maybe not this year, right? So it's vital that we won today. It really is. We stay within 5 points, which maybe looks like a lot now. It can so easily be evaporated, believe me. And with the Clásico still to come, of course, right down the latter end of the season. May I believe it will be, Robert, right, at home for us, the second Clásico maybe in LaLiga. So there's obviously that to come. That's right down a whole different spectrum of the season. But up until Christmas now, next few games, whilst we're maybe not feeling at our very best, whilst we're maybe feeling like we're missing players, whilst we're maybe feeling as though Madrid themselves are at their very best and they are peaking, we just need to keep within distance of them, and then things can change. I said that before the game in the preview show, and I'll say it again now. Keep calm, keep winning football matches. Often doesn't matter how. Take your chances as you did today. If a team comes at you with a more attacking style of play, hey, change your style and hit them on the counter-attack. It's that simple for me. Definitely. And a reminder that seasons for all teams have ups and they have downs. And sometimes the downs come when you least expect it. Last year we had, as Flick named it, shit November. I hope that this year we just had shit October and that November is our bounce back month. Even if there is an international break in there, which will deprive us of football for a weekend there. But Barca in the second place right now, 2 points ahead of Villarreal. Important also to stay ahead of Villarreal and Atletico de Madrid, yes, who are closer. Atletico de Madrid didn't have the easiest start to the season, but they climbed back up. Yeah, and they're looking good. I mean, Villarreal as well, coming into kickoff, were above us. Remarkable job there from Marcelino. And you've got Atletico de Madrid too, who, well, I was maybe one of those ones who wrote them off still. And to be fair, they are 8 points behind Madrid, which is quite a distance with only 11 games played, I must say. But they're playing good football, actually, Atleti, this year. And they're looking quite strong. We saw that in the game against Madrid themselves. So watch out for them. For now, we'll be happy that we're in second. I think we have also had some hard fixtures to deal with. The away game against
Real Madrid. Even the places we drop points, Vallecas, not easy. Sevilla, not easy. So there's a lot to go. Celta, for example, next week is one of those that you'd go not easy. Certainly not for us. I mean, last year that was part of the shit November. The game in Vigo away to Celta Vigo where we really struggled. We were 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go and we blew it. I mean, it was one of those that was just frustrating. We had a few like that. The Betis in December as well. So look, I'll repeat again. Get the 3 points against Celta, and then we can start to think about other things.
Let's listen to Hansi Flick.
Congratulations. What's your opinion about this win?
Well deserved. We played against an opponent, I said before, as a team really who likes to play out from the defense, and so we want to press them, and we did it really good. First 2 goals were great. We create a lot of chances, but at the end maybe we don't use it so well. And of course the ball possession we have to make better. But at the end it's 3 points more. This is what we want today. And this match also has to give us more confidence, more belief in that what we want to do.
For the team and his confidence, how important is this win?
Very, very. So with our victory, you get more confidence, and this is what we need.
Thank you so much, Hansi.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Words there of Hansi Flick, a satisfied Hansi Flick with the team's performance, not overly critical. He's just happy that the team won, really. I mean, he was happy with the effort, with the nature of the goals, with how they recovered. 2 great goals, he said, to get started. We missed a few opportunities that should have probably gone in, Hansi said. But overall, I thought body language was good today.
Yeah, I agree with him as well. I think the first thing he said was deserved win. He made that clear. I agree. I think it was a deserved win. I mean, so before the game, I want a good performance and the 3 points to go with it, of course. And I think Barça deserved their 3 points today. I really do. We were strong right from the off. We were strong from minute 1. We got the early goals, and then it could have been even more, if I'm being honest with you. And Elche might consider themselves fortunate to only go away having conceded 3 there. So confidence boost. We got some important players back on the score sheet too, I think. Our front 3, as it were, Rashford, Ferran and Lamine, always want the strikers scoring, so that's vital too. And for Barça, deserve 3 points, I'd say.
Right, well, I think to close the book on Barça Elche on this Matchday 11 game, we could do voting for MVP, voting for player of the match. And Marc Brau, let me know if I can go to the Olympic Stadium. Can I not? No, not yet. Okay, so we have to play the violin here a little bit. and hang on for a second. Have you got your clear votes for MVP? I'm going to say mine might be a bit unconventional.
Yeah, I think mine are too. I mean, I've got an earful from Marc Brau actually about our votes too. He's not very happy with who I've gone for. I'm intrigued to see who the chat go for. It was a difficult one, and to be fair, when I was sending them in, I was thinking there's a lot of players I want to give it to, and I've not mentioned a few who I thought were really good, for example, today. But at the end of the day, I tried to go for, apart from just goals or assists, who I thought when watching the game played the best football, and that's what I've gone for my vote. So there's my reasoning to Marc.
Well, it will be interesting. For those of you watching us on YouTube, send in your comments. Who was the MVP for you? Who played the best game? Who entertained you the most? Who did you think had the standout performance in this 3-1 win against Elche? By the way, Marcus Rashford was given the MVP by LaLiga, a worthy candidate.
Yeah, no, he's definitely up there. He's definitely amongst the names. Yeah, 100%. I'm not saying he's not amongst the names. I'm not going to tell you whether he's amongst my names yet or not, but he's up there. I mean, he's one of the many players who I would have put forward. Probably 5 or 6 I'd have in a handful, maybe, who I thought could have got it. But for me, maybe not Rashford. I think there were other players who maybe just shone above, despite his very good performance and his goal.
Alias, yes, cue the waiting music. We need it. We
could add some in.
add the waiting music right now. Let me know, Marc, when we can go to the Olympic Stadium with a ball for the MVP, voting for the player of the match. We can't go to that yet. So, I mean, let's...
Eyes on Champions League.
Eyes on Champions League. Let's talk about the week ahead, because we said it before. We've got Champions League returning, match day 4, away at Bruges, playing away from home in the Champions League. Is never easy. Never easy. And then, of course, we've got that return to the Spotify Camp Nou asterisk for a training session, open doors training session, which we'll be showing to you, and then before the international break, Celta. So busy week.
Yeah, no, it's a busy week. It's a really exciting week. Champions League away from home is always special. Flick will be pleased that he would have been able to rest a few players for that upcoming game against Club Brugge. How are Club Brugge doing, by the way, in the competition right now? I'd be intrigued to see. And of course, the open training is exciting too, to be back at Spotify Camp Nou, to see all the fans there too. That's going to be great. That's going to be really great. That coming on Friday. So buzzing for that. And then we end with a really tricky test the week away to Celta. Really busy week to the fans. You'll love it. Plenty of action on here. But a really tricky week for Barca. They've got to manage well. And that league game, I'd almost be circling it in red, saying we can't slip up there. We have to get a big win there. And look, we'll have a fitter Lewandowski. Hopefully a more confident Barca. Hopefully we come off the back of a good result too in the Champions League. So I'm hoping that propels us into the game too. And they would have come off the back of getting some love from the Barca fans at the Spotify Camp Nou too. So hopefully in good spirits for what we need to be a very good week. It's a week away from home for Barca, but we need wins in it.
You said huge big red circle on that Celta game. I'm putting it on the Bruges game because important to go 3-1 in the Champions League. Important to get that third win, especially taking into account that our next outing is at Chelsea, which is going to be a very tough one as well. A game in which, obviously we want Barca to win. We expect Barca to win, but it's a game in which you can potentially drop points against the world champions, Chelsea, against the team that, keeps signing players relentlessly, and that is very dangerous. And I think that Bruges-Barca is one of those games that the fans who don't watch Champions League regularly or don't watch the Belgian League can think, Barca should be able to deal with that with ease. But it's an away game in the Champions League. They're going to be fully motivated to play against Barca, and it's one that we need to win. Right, let's go to the Olympic Stadium. Paul Martinez, dona'ns els teus vots de millor jugador del partit. 3 punts, 2 punts, 1 punt. Qui són els teus MVPs d'avui?
Què tal, família? Com esteu? Doncs mira, comencem repartint punts. Els 3. Avui li donem a Marcus Rashford, l'MVP del partit, pel seu gol. Recordem, màxim golejador de l'equip blaugrana aquesta temporada. Empatat també amb Fermín i Ferran Torres, i alhora també màxim assistent de l'equip blaugrana, una peça fonamental a dia d'avui en els esquemes de Hansi Flick. 2 punts li donem avui a Fermín per les 2 assistències. Recordem, la primera en el gol de Ferran Torres i la segona que ha fet en el gol de Marcus Rashford. També suma les seves 2 primeres assistències aquesta temporada, i 1 punt avui li donem a Ferran Torres pel segon gol important que donava marge al conjunt blaugrana, i alhora perquè és el seu gol número 50 amb la samarreta del Barça. Per tant, 3 punts avui per Marcus Rashford, 2 punts per Fermín i 1 per Ferran Torres en aquest inici de setmana especial pel Barça. Retorna a la Champions. Ara parlàveu d'aquest partit davant del Bruges, i recordem que divendres també hi ha aquest entrenament a portes obertes al nou Spotify Camp Nou. Queda ben segur. Tots els jugadors, també els aficionats del Barça, tenen moltes ganes ja que arribi el divendres.
Doncs moltes gràcies, Pol, i abans no marxis, avui és un dia especial per tu, ho sabem, és l'últim Barça Live que compartirem. Durant molts anys hem treballat junts i, Pol, et vull desitjar la millor de les sorts en la nova aventura, i també donar-te les gràcies per haver estat un company impecable, un treballador incansable, innegociable en l'esforç i un professional de cap a peus durant tots aquests anys. Ha estat un plaer ser el teu company de feina i el teu amic, Pol.
Moltes gràcies. Poques coses puc dir. Separen els camins aquí professionals. Esperem que en el futur ens puguem retrobar. Les mateixes paraules que m'has dirigit a mi les dirigeixo jo també a tot l'equip de Barça Studios, que hem estat aquí aquests anys compartint la nostra professió, la nostra afició també, i alhora molt content d'aquesta etapa que ja sap Robert, Pablo també, Marc, tots els companys que feu possible aquest programa, que al final és una etapa molt i molt especial també a la meva vida.
I deixarem clar, evidentment, Pol, que amics ho seguirem sent, i crec que el que acabo d'expressar és el sentir de tots els companys d'aquí, de l'equip del Barça Live, de tot l'equip de Barça Studios. Pablo?
Sí, Pol, merci a ti. Ho faig una mica en català, però merci per tot. Ha estat un plaer.
i bueno, ens trobarem a faltar aquí, que ha estat un plaer i que molta sort, bueno, parlem bé demà, però sí.
No marxes gaire lluny, ja ho sabem, però mira, estarem en contacte. Pol, moltíssima sort i gràcies per tot.
Grande.
Gràcies a vosaltres, una abraçada, companys.
There you go. Paul, who is leaving the Barça Live team. He's not going too far. We can't say where he's going, but we're going to miss him. An absolutely fantastic companion in this wonderful ride that is working for Football Club Barcelona and doing these Barça Lives. And we wish him the best of luck in his next endeavours.
Yeah, we absolutely do. Yeah. For everyone watching on, Paul moving on, but What a good few years. You'll know more than me, Robert, but the time I've been here too, very helpful, very hard worker, and helps us, of course, with the programs and everything we do here inside studios.
Right, you said moving on. We move on to your votes for player of the match.
Yes, this was a tough one, as I said, and I got hammered in my ear by Marc Bral for picking Frenkie de Jong as my MVP for today because he didn't get a goal, he didn't get an assist, but I thought he was excellent. I thought he set the tempo, and we may agree on this, Robert. I thought he was brilliant today. He, in a game without Pedri, had to sort of take the reins in midfield, and boy did he do it to an excellent level. He really did. Lamine Yamal, close second. I think he deserves big credit for his performance today, right back to pretty much his best, I'd say, taking players on. The weight at the goal was superb. And, another absolute joyful display from him. And then Fermín López, I've gone for 1.2. The energy bunny, the 2 assists. I agree with Paul that what he brings to the team is so vital. And I thought today he again made the difference for Barça. So those are my 3. I'm missing some players. I know I am. Rashford is one I missed. I thought Balde I really wanted to give praise to today as well. I thought he made a lot down the left-hand side. Ferran is another one, of course, who got the goal. I think those are the 3 best players for me, though.
Okay, Pablo. I will say that I agree.
Bang on.
I thought that Frenkie de Jong had a fantastic performance today in open play, given the opportunity to receive the ball, turn, run, drive the ball, and then make a decision. I thought that he was a presence in Barca's midfield. Hang on here, we're having a bit of a technological issue. Something went wrong there, but I thought he was excellent today, Frenkie de Jong. One of the best displays we've seen from him this season so far. We said embracing the chaos, I think. Embracing that opportunity to, okay, Elche, you're giving us the opportunity to run in space, create opportunities. Hey, I'm going to drive the ball and give it to my teammates, my attacking teammates, Marcus Rashford, Ferran Torres, and Lamine Yamal. I thought Frenkie had a fantastic performance today in midfield. We said before, in the absence of Pedri, who needs to be important in midfield? Well, everyone needs to be important in midfield, but Frenkie de Jong is the veteran in there next to Marc Casador. And, of course, we won't be seeing him do what he did today in every game because there are more teams that sit back and wait for Barca than teams that give Barca space to run.
Yes.
But today, given that opportunity, I thought Frenkie thrived in it. So, 3 points for him. I'm seeing that right now, my votes, and I think I should have given Fermín some votes. Fermín was excellent.
Close between Rashford, though. 2
assists or 1.5 maybe for Fermín. But yeah, Rashford, important, keeps on growing, keeps on scoring. Tied for top scorer, a top assistant in the team. So yeah, points there. And Lamine Yamal, I thought he was great as well.
Yeah.
Hansi Flick is in the press room.
Yes.
Guys, we're going to leave it here. We're going to listen to Hansi Flick, and we'll be back on Tuesday for Champions League preview.
Yeah, preview Tuesday, game Wednesday. Lots to be excited about.
We'll be back on Tuesday for that Champions League preview. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Visca el Barça. Here's Hansi Flick.
De Catalunya Ràdio. Amb la setmana que té el Barça per davant, estàs satisfet amb les sensacions que deixa l'equip després del partit d'avui? Gràcies.
Well, yes, it was. I saw a lot of things we're doing really good, but I saw some things we make not so good. So we have to improve in this situation. We said, okay, just keep going on, and we have to work. We have to fight also in the match. And we had today, it was an opponent really loved to have the ball, and wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but what we want is in the beginning also we want to press them. So and we did it, and we scored these very important goals. And of course we created a lot of chances, I think, and we don't make it so good to to use these chances.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon, en directe a RAC1. Era el primer partit que jugàveu sense Pedri. Hem vist que Frenkie de Jong feia un pas endavant en aquest sentit. Però també hem vist que en alguns moments semblava que us faltava una mica de pausa. Hem vist Eric Garcia cridant calma als companys. T'hauria agradat aconseguir una mica més de control o sense Pedri al camp això és molt difícil i ja ho dones per bo?
No, it's not difficult. We can also do it. I see it also in the training often, and so of course we know, everyone here knows that Pedri is an outstanding player, and of course we want to have him in every game. But this is not the situation, so we have to manage it. And I think also, the players make it good today, and also we can improve. After a lot of things, and we will do it. So next step, 3 points more confidence, I hope, and then we go on.
Buenas tardes, Mr. Alfredo Martínez para Radio Estadio de Onda Cero. Una de las cosas a mejorar quizás sea...
normally, okay.
Una de las cosas a mejorar quizás sea no encajar goles o no conceder tantas oportunidades quizás en los partidos. Gracias.
I think when everyone from both teams use the chances, could be 5 or 6-2 like that. So for me it's okay. So how I said before, it will be not an easy match because I really like how they play. They press also very high. They press with a good intensity. And for me it was good to see some how I said, some situations we do really good, and for us it's the next step. So we have 2 matches more till the break, and also we want to win it. First is on Wednesday, and then in the Champions League. This is also what we want to win.
Hola, Hansi, Elena Condis de la cadena COPE. Hoy Lamine ha marcado, ha jugado prácticamente todo el partido. En el tramo final le hemos visto ahí en su zona técnica hablando con usted. ¿Cómo le ha visto y cómo ha terminado? Si está bien físicamente. Gracias.
His injury is at the moment he has to handle it. It's and manage it. And how I said on yesterday, I said. He's doing really good. So he's very a lot of discipline, but he has to do this. He has to train, treatments, all these things you have to do, and he did it. So it's a good step also for him forward. But I think it's not. I cannot say it's over. So it's always about coming and going like this, and how I said, he has to manage it.
Hola, Hansi, Nil Solà pel que t'hi jugues Barça de Ser Catalunya. Hem parlat del pas endavant que ha fet Frenkie de Jong, però volia preguntar-te si amb la baixa de Pedri, qui també ha d'assumir una mica més aquest rol és Fermín, que avui l'hem vist, per exemple, fent 2 assistències, i si creus que encara pot anar a més en el seu rendiment. Gràcies.
Of course, this is the same what I say about the team. I think also Firmino, other players. A lot of good things, but also a lot of things we can improve, and also he can improve. So he's not the end of Fermin. 100%. He has to improve, and he will improve a lot in the next years. 100%. So it's a good player for us. He has a lot of dynamic. And of course, when you see the last matches, he always was involved in the big chance or scoring goals.
Buenas noches, Mr. Josep Capel de Radio Nacional en directo del Tablero Deportivo. Otro nombre propio hoy es el de Marcus Rashford, ya venimos hablando los últimos días. Está participando mucho, hoy también en goles, pero también en asistencias. No sé si está contento con el rendimiento del inglés hasta ahora y qué le falta para ver la mejor versión de Rashford que usted quiere. Gracias.
wow, when you see the chances he has, so I think 1 or 2 goals more would be good, also for him. But I think we can be happy with him. Of course, I'm happy with him. I know that he can play on this level, and I'm really happy also that he showed it for the fans, for the club, also for the teammates. It's a very important player.
Hola, Hansi, ¿qué tal? Raúl Fuentes en directo para Radio Marca. Felicidades por la victoria. Una simple curiosidad, al final del partido te has acercado al centro del campo a saludar a Iñaki Peña y a Héctor Ford. Te hemos visto algo más de un minuto hablando con Héctor Ford. No sé si se puede saber o no de lo que estabais hablando. Gracias.
No. No, I just want to know how he feels in Elche and how he is and like this. But if you want to know it, you have to ask him.
Hola, Hansi, Laia Cervelló de The Athletic. Jo volia preguntar-te per Marc Bernal. L'hem vist escalfant tota la segona part, però al final no ha jugat. No sé si amb la baixa de Pedri sobre una finestra perquè ell el puguem veure durant més minuts i una mica quin és el pla amb ell. Seguireu optant per la prudència. Gràcies.
I think it's, before the match you always think about the substitution you will make and during the match it depends how the result, how the game is, what is necessary. So of course he's also an option for us to bring him in because he also improved a lot in the training. So this is what I can say and yeah. And when we have a chance to let him play, we will do this because he needs also minutes to play for his next steps. But he will get it.
Hola, aquí, señor Flick. Mari Carmen Torres, del diario Marca. Yo le quería preguntar por Joan García. Ya se cumplen los primeros plazos para su regreso, eran 4 o 6 semanas. Quería saber cómo está, si usted cree que tiene alguna opción de entrar en la lista al partido del miércoles contra el Champions que usted ha mencionado. Gracias.
You said he's back in 3 weeks, and we play on Wednesday, or what? No, it was not there. So now it's 3 weeks. Okay, now okay. Normally we expect him to be back in the team the first match after the break, but I think maybe not on Wednesday. But he's doing really good. The evolution is good. He trained with Della and Andres on the pitch, and it looks really, really good.
¿Qué tal, Hansi? Aquí, Guillem Borras de Gigantes. Yo le quería preguntar por la defensa y en concreto la posición de Eric García ya ha instalado en los últimos partidos en el perfil izquierdo de la línea de centrales. ¿Qué le está pareciendo su rendimiento? Y después simplemente Cubarsí, si no ha sido titular por algún tipo de fatiga muscular, si nos lo puede aclarar. Gracias.
No, he had some problems after the break, so he didn't train one day. And of course, also we have also with Ronald, with Eric, and with Pau, we have really good center defenders at the moment who can play. I think Eric make a fantastic step forward. It's really. I said to him also when we scored the 3rd goal. I said to him, hey, Eric, I want to have you a little bit more positive because normally he's always concentrated and want to do everything right. But we also need positive moments, positive vibes, and when he do this. He's on the top of his level, and I really appreciate it a lot. I'm happy for him and also for the team that we have him, and to work with him, it's a really good thing.
Hola Hansi, ¿qué tal? Yo te quería preguntar
durante esta semana cómo la baja de Pedri, qué ha significado para ti y si has cambiado mucho en el planteamiento y cómo has visto a Frenkie de Jong. Eder Sarabia le ha alabado mucho, ha dicho que ha sido el jugador más diferencial en la primera parte. ¿Cómo lo has visto en este rol, en este nuevo rol? Gracias.
Is it the same? So when we speak about Pedri, we also have to speak about Frenkie. Frenkie, I think he's on an unbelievable level. His performance in every match it's great, and yeah, I think also to have him in this position as an 8 for Pedri and Casa do it also good in the as number 6. So I'm happy with this, and of course he's a fantastic player.
Última pregunta.
Adrián Ragas para el 10 del Barça y el Curubito Internacional. Hace unas semanas hablaste del posicionamiento del juego como un aspecto a mejorar. Quería preguntarte cómo lo has visto hoy y cómo estáis trabajando esto desde el staff para darle la información al jugador y que entienda dónde debe situarse en cada jugada. Gracias.
This is not easy. You know, we have a lot of players we missed the last matches, and we have a young team. And now Dani Olmo and Robert Lewandowski coming back, so we miss Pedri, we miss Rafinha, Gavi, like this, Andreas Christensen, John Garcia. So it's a lot of quality we are missing. But I think how I said, this day, this week, the last 2 training were really good. I think it was the best trainings in this season. And also you can see today the activity, the dynamic was totally different. And also how we created the chances. I really love it. And of course, what we have to speak about is the ball possession. It was not good. So we have to also try to keep the ball in our row. So this is normal thing. What we want to do also. First of all, it's the important thing is the 3 points, and then we go on the others. I said that we have to work a lot. It's normal. It's not an easy moment, but I'm really happy what I saw today. So it's the next step, and we have 2 matches more till the break, and so go on. Think positive and play hopefully one step better than today.
Moltes gràcies.
Gràcies.
Gràcies.